Hmm. Okay. What to do, what to do, what to do. No, that's not it. That's it. Dude, that's so wrong. What is it? I can't even fucking remember how to. That's the same as doing that. What the fuck, bro? That's it. playing with an opal. I need a pick. Like a literal opal. I'll use my weed card. That's as much as my memory's got in it right now. How about we do this? Let's do this.
Take and Bake Tuesday.
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get large pizzas for just $12, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
Copyright claim. Copyright claim. Confusion is YouTube's middle name. Maybe if I don't put it up, it won't fuck with it. It's not like it's a music video, so it doesn't matter. I got some lemonade. Can I get a little bit of that dum-de-doo? Tell me now, girl, did you need me too long? Tell me now, girl, I got a feeling for you. Tripped on knees, talking about nothing dirty deeds. To these needs I must concede. Living by my lowly creed. A woman bleed, no, that I'm good. Lord, I did all I could. Come on. Being great is not so good.
know I will out this boy. I'm alright, do-be-do. Yeah, I'm living down your avenue. Can I get a little love from you? Can I get a little bit of that done-did-do? Tell me now, girl, that you need me too long. Tell me now, girl, that I got a feeling for you.
And we just got some funky beats like that for another minute or so. I don't want to play the whole thing because I don't want to get a strike. They said next time I fucking... Like, last time they threatened me with a strike, they said that they would give me a warning, but the automatic copyright claim didn't pick it up. It was fucking Netflix bitch ass claimed my video because I played an Adam Sandler song in it. And the automatic copyright detection didn't turn my video off, so I don't know why the fuck... Like, why would you not... Fuck Netflix. That was fucked up. As much as I hate the automatic copyright system that shuts your video down, that's what it's fucking for, so you don't get strikes. If you're not gonna participate in that, don't strike people's fucking videos down. It's not like I just wholesale fucking uploaded their song. It was a fucking probably hours long stream. What? Yeah. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Let me find something else to put on. Hopefully this doesn't get
What if you could
claimed.
learn to play your all-time favorite song on the guitar in just a few
Oh my
hours?
god. That's just stop telling people they don't have to practice. Get fucked. only thing I wished would would have been different about this video is that John Frusciante would have been in the band at the time instead of Dave Navarro. John Frusciante could have done all the high bits, it would have been great. Did they play this live when I saw them? I think I'm tripping. I don't think they did. It sucks. I didn't get to see him with John Frusciante either.
During the live show. Well, we wouldn't have a show anymore, and that is not.
And no shade to Josh Klinghoffer. I mean, dude, he's a fucking great guitarist for sure, and he's done work with Frusciante solo too, and that's how he got into the Chili Peppers. When John Frusciante decided he wanted out again, he had Josh Klinghoffer ready to step in. And they jammed together and they worked together. So and their album, by the way, is fucking phenomenal. Or no, that was in 2002. Fuck, I'm tripping out. I can't remember the album. Oh, this makes me kind of sad. How is he saving Anthony Kiedis? They've been doing this with John Frusciante forever. He's fucking it up, dude. He's not saving. What do you mean Josh saves the day? More like Josh fucks it. No offense. I can't imagine playing with my fucking heroes in front of thousands of people. So, not like throwing shade, but maybe I am at the title. On his what? Oh, non-existent French. Man, come on, don't. Was he pissed at John for real?
The Jameson Desk Decoy.
What was their
a totally
fucking
legit
album,
way for you to
dude?
take your SBTO this year.
Aftershock in Sacramento, California, October 6th through the 9th, featuring Slipknot, Kiss, My Chemical Romance, and Muse. Plus more than 70 amazing bands. Get your tickets now before they're gone and learn everything there is to know about Aftershock at the link in the description. There was a time when former Red Hot Chili Peppers guitarist Josh Klinghoffer and John Frusciante were good friends. Their friendship actually goes back years, and they've even released multiple collaborative projects together. Klinghoffer explained during Tuna on Toast with Stryker podcast, saying, quote, "I spent a lot of time being friends with John when we were younger. He's a
Did
very
he make two of
dedicated
them?
artist
I'm with
and
you,
musician,
that's what it
and we
is.
spent a lot of time together, and we made records together. Now, some
Oh,
2
yeah,
years
they
before
did make
Frusciante
that.
left the Red Hot Chili Peppers,
I haven't
Klinghoffer
heard
was
that
actually
album all
asked
the
to
way
join the
through
band
yet.
as a touring member, where he would play backing guitars as well as keyboards and some backup
Not
vocals.
to mention,
It was at
he
this time when
played
a
with
rift
John
developed
solo as
between the
well.
musicians, because Klinghoffer says Frusciante knew that if he left Red Hot Chili Peppers, Klinghoffer would be the one who would replace him. He
Yeah.
said, quote, "He knew. There was talk about it before I joined, because Flea had asked me. There was a lot of discussion about it in the summer of
What are you upset
2009.
about?
But because of people traveling and just being on sort of summer holiday, we actually didn't make sounds together until October. So from July to October, I was in contact with John, and he was in contact with them, and he was having a hard time with the fact that they could even consider going on without him." Klinghoffer added that it was essentially kept secret from him that Frusciante was going to return to the band in 2019. He said, "There was a bit of, it's not like it was a monogamous relationship. Flea and John had been hanging out and playing and stuff. They were fostering that relationship again."
Who are you,
And
asshole?
didn't
I don't
know
want to hear
that.
you
It was sort of
explain
secret.
his shit.
He added,
Don't fucking. I want to hear him talk about it. If that's gonna be your.
Yeah, I know you've talked
him
about it
actually
before, so
say-
I'm asking you questions about it because it seems like you guys are all on good terms. You know, I know you and Chad.
That
were
he's
close,
talking shit on
and
people.
like I said, I tried to get him to talk about it on the show, and it seems like the band is letting you tell the story. They haven't said anything, but you've done some interviews with Rolling Stone. You did Mark Maron, I saw. So it seems like it was on good terms. But can you take me back to it exactly happened? Like, because it seems like you were slightly surprised by it. The world was surprised by it.
Yeah.
No, the world
Well,
was
it's funny
not.
'cause my nature isn't to talk publicly about anything really, but you know, I have this record that I think it would be a disservice
It's
to
not.
not seize this moment that seems like, you know, I don't know how big a snowball, but it's, you know, with the Chili Peppers and then on this Pearl Jam tour and the opening slot there, and just having the record.
I mean,
in
dude, he's
general,
a great
which, like I said earlier,
guitarist,
I would
for
normally
sure.
not really speak about it. Would just exist on the shelf and then probably get sent back to the show. But the
What's wrong with
yeah,
that?
yeah, I was surprised that
You're
when
lucky
I heard,
you got a chance.
but
What
then
the hell?
in the big picture, not surprised, just because, you know, a few times
Like
in the
they
last
owe
couple
you
of
something.
years, you know, I'd hear about John reaching out to this person, or, you know, Flea and John having gotten together. Yeah, I didn't know they'd been jamming and reconnecting musically, but
Oh well.
yeah, but you know, it's like
Oh, did they cheat
yeah,
on
it's a funny
you?
position
Wait,
to
Did they
to be
jam
in
with
because,
someone
you know,
else?
They have such a magical thing, the four of them, and with John and Flea and John.
I'm glad he's
particularly,
actually
the way those
not
two
being like
instruments
that about it. I'm
communicate.
just talking
And
shit.
they created that with each other in the past. You know, when I was
A baby.
going to summer camp in Chatsworth, and you know, the fact. So the minute I was told that John was coming back, and you know, I just sort of sat there and I was just hit.
And it was all of them
Factory
telling you, it was like a
Estates is a
meeting,
good
like,
Yeah, it was
song.
just meeting, but it was just the four of us. But Flea's the one who said it, and then just I was hit with this wave of, you know, because it's such a big deal and it's such a shift in your life. You can reflect on it and you can do it on the live radio. But I was just
I
sort
need
of
to put my. I got my weed
grateful for
card.
all these
I need to put it in
incredible
my wallet.
experiences I've had with them for the last 10 years.
I probably shouldn't be showing that honestly so much. I mean, what the fuck do I care so much? I can buy a quarter pound a month. It's not like
The worldwide phenomenon is now streaming only on Disney Plus. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, rated PG-13, now streaming only on Disney Plus, and upgrade to the Disney bundle for even more.
When it comes to citing sources, details matter. Introducing Grammarly's citations features. Instant, automated, and seamless. Get your citation in seconds without leaving your research article. Hear from our user, Sreekiran. Even top students and strong writers make mistakes. Missing commas, typos, and copy-paste issues in citations can cost you points. Get suggestions as you write. Accurate name formatting. Perfectly placed punctuation. Following the latest editions of APA, MLA, and Chicago style, Grammarly citations features have you covered.
how are you gonna make someone citate? Oh, in writing citations can be a bitch. The way you have to format it. Can't just do it like they do in books, like do whatever you want basically. That's why they were talking about APA and MLA. So what's been on YouTube today? We had a good group today. My counselor was talking about when he got his job at the clinic and the beginning of the clinic, and he got his job maybe a year or so before I started there, so we've both seen this clinic change in some serious ways. And like at the beginning they had this doctor that they were sending everybody to, and he was writing everybody like 3 bars of Xanax a day, and people were taking hundreds of milligrams, like 200 plus milligrams of methadone a day with 3 bars of Xanax a day, and still getting dirty UAs, getting high and shit. Like, it's insane. I can't imagine that getting high while you're on methadone has any benefit. Like, I can't imagine how much you would have to do to even have a chance of pushing through to the receptors. It's like getting high on Suboxone. You just can't do it. It doesn't work. I went to the hospital and they were putting me full of fentanyl and Dilaudid, and I was not, it didn't touch me. I didn't feel anything because I'm on a blocker. I guess that never stopped people from trying. Never stopped me from trying at first. Because I went to a Suboxone clinic before I got into the one I'm in now, but I wasn't serious with electricity. Ooh, Electroboom has a new vid. Hey hoes, what's up?
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
Copy enemies' abilities as Kirby. In a 1-to-4 player platform.
See, I'd actually want this. I do want
Greenland
this.
Deluxe.
I might actually think about. Is that the new one for Switch? Yeah. Well, no, I don't know. They had an online one that they were doing.
Hi.
Yeah,
Without further ado. Okay,
boomers, if you have questions with quality, post the honors on Reddit, no matter your rating. I may or may not check it in the next episode of Daddy G.
He's like the only person that actually wrote his own
sort
song
this a
other
little
than
bit.
one. I don't know.
Rare
the guy's
image
name.
of a newly born technician
that everybody uses.
The poor
That's
guy is still
something.
carrying half of the eggshell on his head. Mom and Dad typically put a bunch of vertical antennas around the nest to keep the young safe. I was in Ow. I just bit my tongue. Ow. I was in Ford training today and Mary's heated seat video came up. The whole class was laughing. Lol. Were they trying to design some car heated seats? Are they using my videos to design their cars? We should be expecting some crashes later. Let's see if we can find any important information from their whiteboard. Overthinking creates problems that don't exist. Life lesson.
Does that say
Maybe in his spare
PTS
time.
down? What the fuck does that mean?
Life lesson. Thinking creates problems
PTS
that don't
down?
exist. Life lesson.
Oh,
Maybe
shit, I
in
guess.
his spare time. What's going on here? That should be aligned with the
Oh
thing.
my god! No!
I hope the pool guys up there are okay. Did they not see the wires there before they raised their crane? So many wires up there. Although I think they panicked a little bit too hard. It wasn't jumping to their bodies, it was just jumping to the crane. If it was
Yeah,
just me,
but
I would
dude,
sit at the corner of
fuck
the
you,
crane
man.
and wait
You
for
know
it to
better
blow
than
over.
that.
You know, if I'm right and
Maybe
it is
actually
10
he
kilovolts,
does
it's
think
not
they're
going to jump
panicking
far.
too
Somewhere
hard.
between 3 millimeters.
To a centimeter maybe.
Because
so just
he's
keep
insane.
your distance
But
far away from
no,
it,
that people
you'll be
die
safe.
like
and
that.
whatever you do, don't point at it. Try
My
to show
dad
it to your
saw
friends,
somebody
because
die
it
like
may
that.
jump to your finger. But Mehdi, you said it won't jump over 1 centimeter. Yes, but that's the initial arc. After the arc is made, it can stretch over long distances, like a meter or two, depending on the power available. Can I show you that? Let me see if I can put my microwave oven transformer back
Stop.
together. This is so dangerous.
He's like, should I show you that? This is why I said maybe he's like, idiot.
The hell happened? My secondary coil just popped out of the transformer? What?
Did you make a
Now
magnet?
I have to try it again. Ready?
Oh, it's all held together.
Why is it popping out?
Yeah, I see. It seems like it has been arcing to the core in a couple of places, shorting the coil, and the eddy currents were just pushing it out.
Let me see if I can add some paper in there for
Eddy currents
added
are what
insulation.
magnetic lines are called.
Clamp the core so nothing
Well,
pops
that's
out.
what they are. They
now
are.
we check for shorts by powering the transformer. Something is burning. I don't think I can
Yeah,
use it
because
as a high
it's
voltage transformer
shorting out.
anymore.
You
Yeah,
just saw it.
arced through the paper. Not the suitable paper for this purpose. I have another transformer.
I wonder what was
think this one is
smoking.
for a ballast sent to me by Chris Downs a long time ago. Pray for me. Nothing? Oh, my breaker had popped. Try it again. Oh, forgot to connect the wire. Try it again. Okay. It's quite low noise, that's good. Let's see if there's any arcs. What? The voltage is not high enough? Try the other outputs. Okay. Ooh, I was expecting a higher voltage. This is garbage. Let's check the supposed output voltage. 285 volts? This transformer is not high voltage. Pah! Well, by high voltage I mean 2000 volts. Anyway, I'll just show you what I mean from one of my old videos. We need more power to be able to stretch the arcs, see? For a wider arc, we need more
Look
power
at
to
it's melting
create
the
and
wire.
maintain a
Jesus,
longer
stop.
ionized air channel. And now with this, I'll show you you can create a short circuit between a low voltage, high power power supply using a low energy, high voltage arc. Let me show you what I mean. The voltage across these two wires will be around 250 volts,
detects
which
it,
is
it's
not
gonna
enough
pop the
to
breaker.
break
Come
across the
on.
gap and make a short circuit.
gotta
And
have
you might be
himself
familiar
all
with my
fucked
magic
up.
wand that can create over 100,000 volts. I connect the ground or the body of my magic wand to the white wire of the output. These two wires wires are of course shorted together through the secondary of the transformer, but it is an inductor which isolates the AC high frequency. So if I send arcs to the black wire, you see, instead of going through the winding of the transformer, the voltage rises high enough between the wires that it jumps across the tiny gap. And now we plug in the transformer. Again, there is 250 volts across those wires that is not high enough to jump across the gap. But let's zap it. See? My high voltage arcs from the Magic Wand create a momentarily short circuit arc between the output voltages that now the transformer can push a ton of current through it and create these big arcs that are melting the wires. Basically, those high power arcs that are like a short circuit
that wasn't what he originally set out to do.
Using a high voltage, low energy arc. I think that's used in the industry somewhere. Basically, what I'm saying is that yes, 10,000 volts can only jump between 3 to 1 centimeters.
Touch those wires
imagine your body is charged to 100,000 volts.
Blow everything up.
In that case, it can arc from your body to the 10,000 volt line. It's a low energy arc, but it can jump a long distance, and that is enough to close the circuit for a much more powerful arc from the 10,000 volt to your body.
See, he's a comedian that fucks with electricity. It's like his medium. So if I think he does it because he like shocks himself in almost every video. I'm pretty sure he's not hooked up to the stuff that's actually there that he's shocking himself. I'm pretty sure it's. I mean, it's probably more than this, but it's some. Where did I just had it. I don't know where my electric lighter is. Oh, it's right here. I was gonna say, I just had my flashlight. Like, this lighter works by these 4 little wires. It's got a battery in there, and it sends a shitload of energy through it, and they arc. And then they carbonize whatever, carbonize whatever they touch, making it more electrically conductive. And it just immediately, it can light your cigarette without a flame. It's, I mean, it's really cool, and you can't blow the, can you see it? You can't blow it out. But, if you touch it, my hand's kind of wet, I'll do it to me. Oh! Man, it'll shock the shit out of you. Can't, I mean, I could have just so totally faked that. Ooh! Ooh, it's not bad. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt at all. I don't do it at home. Don't ever repeat me doing something dumb like that, obviously. It's not like I'm tasing myself, though. It is shocking.
Meter away from 10,000 volts. Stay a meter or more from 10,000 volts. One of those stray arcs happens, short circuit will be massive.
Hey, one afterthought. You saw how those 10 kilovolt arcs stretch and travel? Stay out of their way too.
Oh, by the way, I should probably tell you this. Next month is the month Keysight starts
me
their
too.
shenanigans, giving away hundreds and thousands
I
of
actually
dollars
ate like a good meal yesterday. I ate a sandwich from Sonic, so I actually had like energy and I was feeling alright.
Giveaway Christmas. They gave me a link you can use now to register for the event.
The first time I ate in 2 days.
Instead of one event in March, they are
would have been my
doing it in
third day
4
without
events
food.
throughout the year. And if you use my link, you can win 1 extra scope per event. So do it. I'll try to remind you more properly.
He's still giving those things away? Dude, those
This
are so
video
fucking
is
awesome.
sponsored by Before EE versus After EE. Can you believe I used to have hair? As long as the unibrow is intact, I'm in good shape. Measurement. I suggest for more accuracy, push those pins a little bit deeper. Don't! But I bet he has that switch off to be safe. UK plugs but evil? Ha! Look at that. You know UK plugs have a fuse in them. But I guess with this, they just turned it into a North American plug. Nothing special. What would happen? One charger plugged into another?
Technically.
Nothing. Let me try it. See, something I learned is that the new USB-C chargers can change voltage between 5, 9, 12, 15, and 20 volts. And the old ones always stay at 5 volts, so...
At the worst, if you... I mean, that's how all your plugs are connected with the wire.
But you think to yourself, I could never do that.
If the wire is too small, it will melt it, though.
Here's the deal. It doesn't have to be.
I mean, especially changing the current, I mean, that shit is moving. It's got inertia, so changing it all into a small pipe is gonna
For over 15
fucking
years, I've
create a lot of energy and eddy current. And
like Can,
if
John
it's
Fogerty,
around
Taylor
metal,
Swift, and many
never
others.
mind.
I've toured the world,
Why am
played
I
in
watching
arenas,
the ad? I
TV
hate
shows, recorded in
these
major
ads are
studios in
telling
LA.
you
Here's an old 5
be
volt
an amazing
USB charger.
guitarist. I mean, you
this
could
one
be an
has
amazing
a
guitarist in a month if
USB-C
you
charger.
practiced
Just
your
plug it in.
ass off. You were
Nothing
really
happens because they
talented.
both stay at 5 volts. See, the default voltage for
music.
both these is 5 volts, so connecting them wouldn't make any difference. The device you're charging would have to talk to the charger to make it change its voltage, and they are not doing that. Now you can stop sending me things like this. There is no explosion involved anyways. How to start a fire?
We'd had a bit of rain overnight and our matches had got wet. But this
what?
wouldn't worry an old bushy like me. I've got more tricks than a circus magician. What I've got here is some kindling, some steel wool, and some jumper leaves. Now it's just a matter of touching those on there and you have a fire.
It's gonna
Why did a car blew up?
Yeah,
well, it would
it's
work
probably
if you
fake.
connected
That's
the
hilarious.
clamps to the steel wool, not short them together. Just one touch and the steel wool burns beautifully. Well, I
Yeah.
guess now this guy is stuck in the bushes too. Don't mess with your car
Yeah, he's
battery if you're in
surviving
the
for
middle
real
of
now.
nowhere. Or you'll be just some alligator's food. Here's 240 volt AC to USB-C charging cable. You know, like I said, USB-C output somewhere between 5 volt to 20 volt DC, and connecting it to
You can
seems
do
like
that, but you can
240
really
volt
fuck your
AC.
phone up doing that.
Well, I know it's for a joke, but if you leave it around, somebody's bound to plug it in and blow up their phone.
That's a good
Just
point.
make sure you have a hidden camera recording them.
And I don't
Joking,
mean
don't
doing
do it.
that.
True
That's
story.
insane.
Getting called a boomer in this sub.
But you can take a phone charger and cut it off and just short circuit it on the battery to charge it. I used to do that with phones back in the day before USB-C came out, and it was, don't do it, by the way, it ruins your phone. And the
So,
ability to
of
charge
course,
your battery
if you're a boomer,
properly.
we are in the same community. Getting called a boomer by my own children. Yes, you don't want to be a boomer outside our community. How to make electric hazard. You just made a light fixture? Well, frankly, it's not much worse than the North American light fixtures. I mean, does this
He's not
look
wrong.
much different to you? It's pretty much the same. Electricity in Poland.
K***a te k***a niemieckie elektryki, skurwiałe, pierdolone,
Ah.
jak jebniesz tak świeci, ja nie wiem.
What does it
Yeah,
mean?
you need
Hopefully it's
to
not a swear word.
check the loose,
Yeah, there might be some disconnect in the wall, but the funny thing is that it might just be the light bulb loose in its socket. Always start with simple stuff.
yeah.
I probably should lead by example. So often I see something doesn't work and I tear it apart and check everything just to find out that the power button was off. I put my hand in front of a magnetron while it's running because I'm a stupid guy. Obviously, you know what a magnetron is? It is that device that radiates the microwave energy into a microwave oven to cook food.
Yeah.
Am I getting?
That's also why they microwaves have that thing with holes in it in front of it, because the microwaves won't leave anything that's got a hole that's smaller than their wavelength, and that wavelength what it does, it goes like this, right? And the oscillation in the wave from up to down moves the water molecules back and forth because they're, you know, really charged molecules. Water is. So that moving, flipping back and forth causes the water to get hot, and that's why you can't like put a bowl of chips in the microwave and heat it up very well. It takes a long time to heat things up in the microwave that don't have water.
Cancer from this? Well, you know,
No,
those
but-
microwave
well, I mean,
energies
maybe
cook
burning your
food
hand,
from the
yeah.
inside. So you won't get cancer, but now you can eat your hand, I guess. Stop putting your hand in front of a magnetron. I made a 50 nanofarad capacitor because of Electroboom's video. Lies, it says 50 microfarad. And how did you even measure the 20 ohm ESR? For those of you who don't know, ESR is, what was it again? Erythrocyte sedimentation rate? Resistance. Equivalent series resistance. Because every capacitor also has a parasitic series resistor in it called ESR that can limit the current through it. And it's typically very small, 20 ohms? What did you make your capacitor with? Charcoal? I'm joking, I like it. Good job making a capacitor. Rafa. Hitting a live cable with a hammer. Why? Why?
What's it on? You idiot!
Why? Nobody should be working on any live wire until somebody opens the breaker and there is no power. And nobody should be cutting live wires with an axe, especially these seemingly contract workers paid by the government. Wasting my tax money there. Can someone explain? Funny. It seems like these kind of videos became popular all of a sudden. Of course, if you thought these rocks were generating power, were you living under them? They're just some rocks conductive to some extent and they're connected to live
Yeah,
and
look at that
neutral,
glow.
and the guy is just shorting them. People always get a kick out of shorting stuff. Not me though, I enjoy it. Am I missing something from learning
think
electrical
not.
engineering for 4 years? Or it's some anime? Well, I heard that you have to watch out for static electricity. She's working on a computer or something. So I thought it would probably be safest if I took off my clothes. Well, it is true. That's why in all the computer manufacturing factories, everyone works naked. I'm joking. Don't peek into the factories thinking you'll see something interesting.
That's actually
if
bad.
It is electrostatic sensitive environment.
Humans
People
collect
just
static
ground
electricity.
themselves with
Crazy.
straps
They wear
like
like
this.
paper
Of course, I
gowns.
don't want to discourage naked
yeah.
workmanship, but it's probably more dangerous to
Grounding
yourself. You
cables.
can get burned and
That's
scratched
why
and stuff.
when you touch something
I
that's
forgot to
grounded, it
record
shocks
an
you.
end for this video, so bye.
A water railgun? I haven't seen this one. Is this new?
Premier protein powders can help put your goals deliciously within reach. Sweeten the journey.
2 weeks ago?
As owner of Mint Mobile, I
He,
always find ways to save you money. So let's meet
That
barely
wasn't
paid
the best
spokesperson.
video of
Hi.
his. Hey
Today I'll
Joel.
be making a water railgun.
Yeah, they
Or
do,
at least
Joel.
try.
It's
See, originally
pretty
I wanted to
crazy.
rectify this
You can't see
stupid
it.
video made by this guy who makes fake videos and gets millions of views. Millions of views you can instead spend at my sponsor Brilliance to learn actual skills you can excel your life with. Sign up from the link in the description for free to get a 30-day free trial. Free! More at the end. He shows by placing 2 electromagnets on the sides of a steel pipe, you can make a very strong pump. Rectify time. The rectifier. I mean, some poor farmers may see these videos and think, hey, why should I pay for an expensive pump when all I need is to slap 2 microwave oven transformers together and elect free trial. The size of a... The rectifier.
Yeah, he did have a
I mean,
fan thing
when
in
online
it.
programmers have to waste our times debunking this rubbish and hopefully educate more people in the process, while in fact getting more views ourselves and
This
make
is
some
normally
extra
what he
juicy
does.
internet money.
Oh.
So I guess I should be thanking these fakers. What? No! You don't teach anything by misleading
They
people.
also have
Anyway,
really
trying to debunk
loud
it, I wound up in a deeper educational rabbit hole. Well, the video is obviously fake because among
like
other
really
things,
loud
water is not
decibel
magnetic. Repeat after me. Water is not magnetic.
sound
I
pointed
noticed
at
another
that they can
YouTuber
point
called
at people and
Thinklist already
like
made a video
immediately put them
debunking
on the
it,
ground,
showing that
covering their
although
ears
the pipe
basically.
seems empty, in another scene he actually tried and failed to hide an actuator in the pipe. Right there.
Torsion magnetic field effect.
Or in this scene, he's actually hiding a powerful pump under the water and he's pushing his pipe into. Then, Thinklist mentioned something that intrigued me.
There's just not enough ions inside of the water to be able to push.
What do ions in the water have to do with anything? And then he mentions another effect.
There is actually a way that you can move water using magnetics, and it's called magnetohydrodynamics.
Magnetohydrodynamics.
Oh, that's Action Lab! Let's
It doesn't
go!
explain it in details and refers us to a video made by the one and only the Action Lab. Mr. Lab actually moves water using
Damn,
a set
he's
of
got
permanent
4 million
magnets and running
subs now.
DC current through the water. So, is water magnetic? No, you can't move water
Action
with
Lab
just
is
electromagnets
great.
like that fake guy showed. The whole premise of moving water is based on the fact that
I watch him
impure
a lot
water
on here.
is conductive, like this. See, resistance. Such tests with 120 volt is dangerous and can instead be done with a low voltage battery and a single LED. You can't do these tests with non-conductive pure water. The more ionized impurities are in the water, the less resistive it becomes. Now, placing a magnetic field beside the conductive water, I should be able to create eddy currents in it. Well, electric eddy, not fluid eddy. Watch my previous video on eddy current. And of course we need AC power, because without changing magnetic fields, you won't induce current anywhere. But what do we expect to happen? Let me try something first. So this is my microwave
Yeah, see, that's why none of this
transformer that I
stuff is like a
modified in my
perpetual motion,
previous
free
video
energy, anything.
to
It takes
make
a lot
thousands
of
amps.
energy to
I don't
put
need
into
this
it to
anymore.
actually be able
Let's
to do these
hold the
things.
core with a
To
clamp
use
so
these
it
magnetic
doesn't
phenomena
fall apart.
usefully.
And this is a sheet of steel. Now if I turn the electromagnet on and place the sheet metal on it, oh, my fuse popped. Without the top of the transformer on.
I mean, it's pretty cool. I think our society, honestly, at the rate it's going right now, within 100 to 200 years, we'll have fusion controlled somewhere. And the ability to extract power from it. I do think that.
On the magnetic fields close through the air, which is what we want. But
I don't know if it'll be feasible to use as an energy source, but I think they'll at least be able to do it.
Significantly drops the
Have
inductance,
proof
raising
that
the
they've
current.
done it.
Anyway, I placed the sheet on first.
Like they just
and
got
turned it
now
on, so
that
in
they
a
got
bit of time we have, we can
150% of the
observe
energy
something.
they put into it. Stop.
Oop, the breaker popped.
Yeah,
so much
you were
vibration.
arcing
Trying to lift it.
See, this is like shit that he does. Look at that.
Oop, the breaker popped. So, magnet strongly attracts the steel. Now, I try a sheet of aluminum that is not ferromagnetic. Oh, this one falls off. I'm holding the sheet of aluminum above the magnet, and let's connect and disconnect it to see what happens. Oh, jeez. I guess it's time to put my stressed old friend to sleep. Rest in peace. Oh, see? It is moving up now. See, Changing magnetic fields create eddy currents in
like
the
dropping
sheet of
magnets
metal that
through
oppose their creator that pushes them back. Say
aluminum
in
rods.
aluminum or steel. But in steel that is ferromagnetic, its magnetic particles also line up with the creator's fields that create an overall stronger attracting magnet. Water is not magnetic, so I expect it to behave more like the aluminum sheet, being pushed away from the electromagnet.
Or
let's see. Let's make
some space
highly
phenomenon
saturated
like
conductive water.
a fucking
Now
asteroid
we
or
pour it in some
something
plastic
could
plate
hit
thingy.
and force us
We hold the
underground.
electromagnet on top of the water and plug it in. Oh,
See, that's like his shtick.
well, make sure nothing is shorting first, then plug it in.
And he's gotta be sitting on a rubber mat. Just set it in there.
It's getting attracted to my table. Fine, I'll bring it close to the water from under the plate. It's easier to hold too. Okay, let's see. Yeah?
Put some dye in it. Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
When he starts and stops it, you can
Pretty
really
sure
tell.
there must be a very small force on the water, but apparently not big enough for me to see any movement. And I think I know the reason why. You remember how little my aluminum sheet moved, and its resistance is well under 1 ohm. And the resistance of the salt water is like, what, -2 mega ohms? I think I made a battery. I'll run a constant 10 milliamps through the water, and the voltage across it is 1.2, 1.3 volts, so around 130 ohms. Now if I raise the current to 0.1 amps, 2.3 almost, like 23 ohms, the resistance of the
Yeah,
water is not
Hose. We've gotten 150% of the energy, but it was like they only had it for like a picosecond or some crazy shit, like a super small amount of time. And I don't, sustainable fusion is going to require an insane like containment field, whatever you use to contain it. Like, it's gonna be like, containing a nuclear reactor, but probably worse. 'Cause you don't, you're creating a shitload of energy when you're doing it. Let me see how long it actually was sustained for. It has to be like a fraction of a second. Five seconds? That's super fucking awesome. Look at that. Oh, I forgot what these are called. They're so fucking cool. Dude, for 5 seconds. And is this the recent one? Yeah. So they did it for 5 seconds, man. But yeah, oh shit. We had 150% of the energy that we put into it, they got out. So yeah. And like the world, I can't believe the war in Ukraine is going on. I honestly am now kind of baffled that we went over into Iraq. And I was thinking today about how much China has been putting shit down, because I was wondering if there was still a Dalai Lama. And wondering if they're going to take Taiwan.
I hate working with salt water. I'm all salty.
And
in
yeah,
any case,
eventually
the transformer
people
creates
are
the
just
same
gonna,
electromagnetic force or voltage across
like,
both these. But the resistance of the salt water is like hundreds or thousands of times larger than the aluminum sheet. So much smaller eddy currents are created in the salt water and almost no effect.
Can you guys hear it?
That video was fake as. But let's see if I can make that water railgun I was trying to make using the magneto-hydrodynamic effect or whatever.
Play stuff that
I crazy glue some magnets on a sheet of plastic with the same polarities facing the same way. I cut 2 strips of aluminum sheet. Then hot glue the strips perpendicular to the
this
opposite
is
side
so
of the
basically I wanted to show you this video. Did he put that Action Lab video in here? Oh, that was a cool video. Can you send the internet through cable?
Okay,
I'll let
everyone,
him
today I'm
explain
going to be seeing if the internet can be transferred through water. Before I do this video, let me give you a little background to where this comes from. In my last video I posted about waterproofing water. Somebody commented in the comments section, they said, next video, can we transfer Wi-Fi using water instead of cables? Now what they said doesn't make a whole lot of sense because Wi-Fi isn't transferred over cables. But I got the gist of what they meant. Basically they wanted to know if you could transfer the internet through water instead of using cables. So in order to test this today, I'm going to be cutting my internet cable in half and then sticking both ends in water and seeing if the internet signal can get through the water or not. So even though nowadays most of us use the internet through our cellular plan or through the Wi-Fi in our house, that internet still has to get to our Wi-Fi router and has to get to the cell phone antennas through physical cable. And the physical cables themselves are actually what make up the internet. For example, to get Wi-Fi in my house, the last mile is usually transmitted through a coaxial cable.
Sometimes it
and
all
it
looks
comes out of this little port here.
Okay, so that was just him explaining how the internet works and how we get it. And if that, and about if it is just energy being read, can you send it through anything conductive?
Hey everybody, today I'm going to be showing you
he
my
does
homemade
get a shitty signal through
magnetohydrodynamic
water.
drive
I think he
and showing
ends
you
up
how it
getting
actually
an
works.
okay one.
So magnetohydrodynamics is something that has been
What the
popularized in a
fuck?
lot of fictional
Filipino
films.
days?
For example, in The Hunt for Red October, they make a submarine that's driven by magnetohydrodynamics. Now let me show you what this actually means.
See, his videos are
So
only a
whenever
few
you move
minutes
an
long,
electric
and
charge to a
he just
magnetic
gets to the
field,
point.
it causes that electric charge to curve.
And
you can make use of that. In fact, that's the way that modern motors
but I
work.
wanted to show you
Electric
Medi's
motors work
shtick.
by
Like,
passing
I think
current
he's
through a
funny.
wire
Like,
that's in a magnetic
using
field,
electricity to
and it
blow
causes
stuff
a
up.
force on that wire. You can make a really simple motor like this, but the motors work by using electrons in a solid metal. But what if you don't want to use electrons in a metal? Well, you can actually use ions in water. For example, I have my giant neodymium magnet below here that's going to supply a really strong magnetic field. And then I just have 2 bars of aluminum that I'm going to connect to some power. Now, normal water doesn't have a lot of ions in it. There's only a small amount of ions to move to the negative electrode, and so there's going to be a flow of charge. And what that causes is the ions to move at right angles to the direction of the electric current. So without any moving parts here, we can actually get water to slightly flow. But the real interesting part happens is when we actually put more ions in the water, we can actually get a higher electric current to go through it because we have more ions in there. So now watch what happens when we have salty water. Well, look how fast it's flowing. So there's absolutely no moving parts here, and the water's just flowing as if there's a pump pushing it, but there's no pump whatsoever. So this is called magnetohydrodynamics.
I wonder if it's just going back and forth naturally, but it's like when he adds the dye, it seems like it's
field. So the closer you move your electrodes, the higher the current's going to be, and so the faster the water flow is going to be. So if you move them really close together, you can really get that water to shoot through there. Okay, now let's move them even closer together and see how fast we can actually get this. So this is so cool. With no moving parts whatsoever, you can just shoot water through a channel. I can adjust the speed of it by adjusting the amperage here. Turn it down. The water flows down. Turn it up. Speeds up. So although we are getting the water to move, it's not moving the water very efficiently. You can see that a lot of energy is lost into making these bubbles on the electrodes. Now these are actually bubbles of hydrogen and oxygen forming here. And actually because we have a chloride ion in the water, it's actually making chlorine gas as well. And you can actually get the flow of the liquid to change directions depending on how you switch the electrodes. So if I switch the positive and negative, the water will flow in a different direction. So the cool thing about this is you don't just have to use water, you can put any conductive liquid in there. So even if I put liquid gallium in there, it should shoot the liquid gallium through the channel there. Okay, let's try it with the liquid gallium.
Gallium is a metal that melts it at like room temperature.
There we go. So the gallium is way more dense, so it's harder to get it to flow through there. Now you can do this a lot easier if you just get the gallium to flow in a circle. So in this setup, I just have circular electrodes with an outer and an inner electrode so that it just makes the gallium flow in a circle.
Gallium's a real cool metal.
Now in this setup that I've shown here, my magnet is below the water. But to make something that actually is driven by this force, you need to put your magnet on the thing that's floating in the water. So all I have here is a 9-volt battery connected to my 2 electrodes here, and then I have my magnet covered in tape in the center here. There's a little boat that can float in the water. So when I put it under the water, the electrodes now work, and it shoots water out the back here and propels it forward. Start at the back, and it moves forward. Let's put it in the bathtub so you can see it move a little bit better. So you can see in this magnetohydrodynamic drive here that it's not very efficient because it's creating all these bubbles that are using the energy not to propel it forward, but just to make these gas bubbles. So for this reason, and the reason that you're limited by how much current you can flow through it, if you're going to use it in seawater or something, there's not been very many large mock-ups of a magnetohydrodynamic drive. They're not very efficient, they don't work very well, but they do work. And the cool thing is you don't just have to use them on liquid, you can use them on gases too that are ionic. So there's actually potential to use plasma propulsion engines that use this.
Action Lab's got a great channel. This is fucking cool as hell. Cold welding. Oh, this is fucking awesome. Kyle Hill's awesome. Was he on the SciShow? I can't remember. I know he's done a lot of science communication in the past.
Wow.
How long is this video?
Really makes you think. Why am I still paying for that gym membership?
Something on your mind? Chew on it. Twizzlers.
Well, that is certainly radioactive. You know what that means. Time to break out the alcohol. No, really.
So is that all you'd use?
The facility.
What he's doing is... What I assume he's doing is going to make a cloud chamber. Yeah. Uranium cloud chamber. I don't know why it's a uranium one. Maybe it's specifically chemically calibrated for it. But a cloud chamber is what you use to see particles interacting from radioactive materials. You put a radioactive material in the cloud chamber, and every once in a while you'll see the interaction of a particle flying in one direction. It looks like lasers going through the clouds.
Balls, jelly donuts, roads,
because
Kevin,
there's so
crippling
much
social
there
anxiety.
for them to interact
Many things
with.
that you interact with on a daily basis are thankfully
And
made
it's
up
easy
of
for gases
stable
to
atoms.
give
Most
off
items
light.
we interact with, in fact, and that is to
'Cause
say,
water
over time, the relative positions
best
of the
just turn
particles,
into
the
gas.
protons and the neutrons inside the nuclei of these atoms doesn't change over time. But like posts on 4chan, many of the elements that make up matter are unstable. Over time, the nuclei of these typically larger atoms emits particles of itself and radiation outwards in random directions on a pathway towards greater stability. This is what radioactivity is, and it's the process at work whenever you hear about the decomposition of radon or plutonium and the like. And I think that
I don't want to skip through all this because I'll put it at a 1.5, I guess. We can do that. I don't want to skip all this because he does a great job at explaining it.
the human fascination with radiation and radioactivity
Man,
comes down to
that's
two
crazy.
things. One,
We
it's
had
very dangerous, and two,
fusion
it's very
for
invisible. Well, it's
5
invisible unless you're very
seconds.
clever, like Nobel Prize winning clever, which we will be getting today. But first, I guess I need something decently radioactive. One sec.
Why Kyle is on a watch list in 3, 2, 1.
This is a hunk of uranium ore. I got it from Don't Worry About It, and it undergoes around 10,000 nuclear decay events every second, which is on the low end. If you can believe it, don't worry. It's fine that I'm holding it like this, just maybe not so close to my brain. With the proper equipment, you can easily verify its radioactivity. But again, you can't see anything happening, so you're not really appreciating what's going on and not getting why nuclear physics in this regard is so dang cool. So now, we're going to follow in the footsteps of some brilliant scientists and try to make the invisible visible. At the very end of the 19th century, Scottish physicist Charles Wilson was working on a tabletop device that...
It's like humans are just built for observing. We're like giant machines made to observe things and create things that observe things in certain ways. Like, that's our whole purpose. Like, any life's purpose, it seems like. It's kind of weird, I don't know. Or anything, not technically even life, but, you know, molecules observing themselves, interacting with the, you know, each other. It seems to be part of the foundation of existence.
That could form clouds and then study their optical properties. In his little chamber by 1911, he had perfected a way to create little...
It's so cool. It's such a perfect way to, like, see the particle actually doing what it's doing, and to confirm all the theories and proofs from over the years.
Clouds of water vapor, and he discovered that ions, or charged particles, were great as sources for accumulating this water vapor and therefore clouds, and that these ions could be created in turn by, of course, ionizing radiation, but the very same radiation that comes out of radioactive material. And so in practice, a Wilson cloud chamber could visualize for anyone who wanted to see the actual paths taken by radiation from radioactive materials in the form of cloud formation. In 1927, both he and Arthur Compton, another physicist, won a Nobel Prize for this work. And guess what? Today, we are going to build one of these from scratch. We're going to build a cloud chamber with household materials, or materials you can get on the very cheap. We're going to put some uranium in it, and then we're going to hope for the best, because if we do it right, it's going to look absolutely gorgeous. But cut me some slack. Never done this before, but I am a physics boy. And of course, as we always do on this show, we have a list of materials if you want to follow along with us, including some dry ice, some isopropyl alcohol, of course, some black gesso, some Indian yellow, and just a little bit of liquid white, which I've primed the canvas with. Today we'll be making some happy little clouds. Slightly radioactive, but very happy. Everybody needs a friend. Unless you want to beat the devil out of it. Thankfully, this instance of Nobel Prize winning physics is relatively simple to do and at home with materials you can either find at home or you can buy relatively cheaply. What we're going to be doing, more or less, is creating a sealed chamber of supersaturated alcohol vapor to make clouds when radiation rampages through it. To do that, we're going to want to get alcohol basically everywhere, like the University of Arizona. So if you want to follow along with me, here's how we're going to make this cloud chamber. I have an aquarium you can buy at any pet store for 20 or 30 bucks. I cut out the top, and at the bottom, I put this gauze. You can also use felt, and this is what I'm going to pour the alcohol on to hold onto it and let the vapor from the alcohol diffuse down towards the coldest part. What's the coldest part, you may ask? Well, just this simple cooking sheet that I painted black with my Vanta Black substitute so we can see the trails very nicely. And to my left, I have the cooling source, which is very, very cold carbon dioxide, or what you humans call dry ice. I don't know, to me it just makes me look like a discount magician. Finally, I have my isopropyl alcohol. You can find this in the first aid section of many stores. They're kind of sold out right now.
Alcohol.
Because, you know, the plague. But you want the highest percentage that you can get. I have 91%, and I have powerful LEDs that will help illuminate the source once we see it. And of course, I have my source of uranium over there. So there's nothing left to do but to set it all up and see what we get. Okay, now the moment of truth. We have to wait about 5 to 10 minutes for the alcohol vapor to make its way down towards the chilled plate and then become supersaturated so we can actually see the trails. And that's going to take a little while. I'm also going to put a large weight on the top of this because you may find that when you differentially heat a metal plate, it starts to seriously warp. So I'm going to put a big sandbag on top of this, and we're going to wait 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll see what we get. Oh, I'm excited.
That's super cool.
Not irradiated yet. So I've turned on the lights, I've hit the uranium with some powerful LEDs, and as you can see, the vapor, wow, see that trail? That was literally high energy radiation smashing into the alcohol vapor, creating an ionized trail of alcohol. Again, much like the University of Arizona. But what are we actually seeing here? Well, 10,000 times every second, we're not seeing all of the pathways here. Alpha particles, beta particles, and gamma rays are shooting out in random directions from the uranium ore at random...
That was a long one.
Times, and they ionize atoms and molecules in their way as they do so. Now, these charged particles with a net charge then act to attract other atoms and molecules in this alcoholic mist with partial charges, and then condensation happens to form these radiation trails.
Oh, yeah.
This is probably the closest you'll ever come to seeing radiation with your very own eyes. So, ooh, take it in. Not the radiation dose, the visuals. You know what I mean. Now, I know not everyone has access to uranium, but the cool thing about a cloud chamber is that even without a source of radiation inside, nature provides.
Admin.
What? Oh, no, sure.
The military is on the phone.
I mean, I guess that's kind of the video. Why is I don't know what. We'll see what the rest
About
is.
the electric barrier episode.
Like, it's not about the uranium that I have right here? Oh, okay, sorry, just one sec. Oh, DOD, what up? It's Hildago.
No, I'm sorry, I don't like it either. Not all radiation-revealing vapor trails look the same. Different particle sizes, different particle energies, different interactions, they all make for different-looking pathways through the vapor. While our chunk of uranium, don't worry where I got it, emits mostly alpha and beta radiation for those chunky and thin trails respectively, electrons alone can produce some curving tracks, while transformations of muons can produce trails at nearly right angles. And who knows what the heck photoelectrons are doing? They're all over the place. Of course, I'm not recommending that you hoard a bunch of different radioactive sources in your home and use them to see all the possible beautiful permutations of vapor trails throughout the
Like put a smoke detector in one of those? That'd be cool.
In this program. And I definitely cannot help you get uranium, so do not ask me that.
As owner of Mint Mobile, I always want to find ways to save you money. So let's meet the barely paid spokesperson for the new...
Oh, what's that? How much additional military spending in the budget do you need? Sure, why not? It's America, isn't it? Oh, hello. Sorry, I was just talking to my... Like I said, even if you don't have uranium and you want to build your own cloud chamber, don't worry. The universe provides. I've kept everything the same here, except I've removed the uranium ore. Doesn't look like much, but let's look a little closely. Yeah? All right, did you see that? That little event happening every few seconds or so, depending on the energy, came from outer space. You just saw cosmic radiation. High-energy protons and atomic nuclei are zipping all around the universe at all times at nearly the speed of light. They are generated inside of stars, by events outside of our own solar system, etc. What's important here is that some tiny fraction of them careen towards Earth, smack into our atmosphere, and then produce air showers of secondary particles, as you see here, that would be produced in something like a particle accelerator. And it's these secondary particles that every so often make it all the way down to us and our very own cloud chamber. The cloud chamber is a fantastic science demo, and if you want to try your own hand at it, I have pinned to this video some PDFs that you can use to do it yourself. And if you found the footage of the uranium going off as enchanting as I did, I have now uploaded an additional 4K long video of just this happening. If you want to, I don't know, get have beats to get irradiated to. The cloud chamber is a great example of what science
irradiated
does best. Maybe the universe really is. Until next time.
That's a good.
Thank you so much to the very nerdy staff at the facility for their direct and substantial
playlist.
support in the creation of this video. Today especially, I want to recognize research assistant Heather Crane and visiting scholar Chris Reese. If you want to join the facility, get on the staff and join over 1,200 nerds who every day are chatting with me on our Discord, giving me episode ideas, seeing episodes early, getting private live streams, not like that, showing me photos of their pets. You can go to patreon.com/Kyle Hill right now and get on the staff today. And if you support the facility just enough, you get your name on ARIA here each and every week. And as you can see, there's literally hundreds of you, so I have no idea how I'm going to pass the time. What would I even astronaut eyes? So we were talking about cosmic radiation, and it's even more prevalent in outer space because we don't have the atmosphere of Earth to block all the cosmic radiation. And so it's widely reported by astronauts to see a few times a minute flashes in their eyes, like something was tickling their retina and activating the light sensing bits. And what we think this is cosmic radiation flying into the eyeballs of astronauts through spacecraft, through the International Space Station, into the eyeballs, and either creating like a Cherenkov radiation situation or directly activating the rods and cones at the back of the eyes. So cloud chamber is just like a very alcoholic version of an astronaut eyeball, is I guess what I'm saying. But not as alcoholic as the University of... I shouldn't. One second.
Hey everybody, today I'm going to be showing you my
Damn, look
homemade
at all those
magneto high-
patrons.
Well, that is certainly radioactive. You know what that means? Time to break out the alcohol.
Oops.
No, really. Saying. But not as alcoholic as the
Man, it
University
plays
I shouldn't.
forever.
One second. Situation or directly activating the rods and cones at the back of the eyes. So cloud chamber is just like a very alcoholic version of an astronaut eyeball, is I guess what I'm saying. Thank you so much to the very nerdy staff
that's the
at
beginning
the
of it.
facility for their
11
direct and substantial
minutes.
support in the creation of this video. Today especially, I
This
want to
is the
recognize research
beginning
assistant
of
Heather
it,
Crane
so
and visiting scholar Chris
2
Reese. If you want to
minutes
join the facility, get on the staff and join over 1,200 nerds who every day are chatting with me on our Discord, giving me episode ideas, seeing episodes
minutes
early,
and
getting private
42
live streams, not like that, showing me
seconds
photos of their
of
pets. You can go to patreon.com/Kyle Hill right now and get on the staff today. And if you support the facility just enough, get your name on ARIA here each and every week. And as you can see, there's literally
Just
hundreds of you, so
enough.
I have no idea how I'm going to pass the time. What would I even astronaut eyes? So we were talking about cosmic radiation, and it's even more prevalent in outer space.
I'm
because we don't have the
imagining
atmosphere,
all these
of
people
Earth to
are
block all the
putting
cosmic
in like
radiation.
a
So
dollar
it's widely
a month.
reported by astronauts to see a few
But
times a
they
minute
could all be
flashes
putting in
their
more.
arms, like something was tickling their retina and
2
activating the light
minutes of
sensing
this.
beats. And what we think this is cosmic radiation flying into the eyeballs of
Let's see. So we'll say there's 50 names on screen at a point.
astronauts through spacecraft, through the International Space Station, into the eyeballs, and either creating like a Cherenkov radiation.
It takes about 3 seconds for the screen to change, and more than 2.5 minutes of that. What's a third of 2.5 minutes? I don't know, like 0.8 or something of a minute. So it is showing new unseen information in that amount of time, and 50 times that would be how many patrons he has. So that's a fucking lot, dude. To even have a dollar. But he does good and long and consistent, and he's got a content, and he's got a gaming channel. He did a really awesome why did it take
directly
so long?
activating the rods and cones at the back of the eyes. So, cloud chamber.
Yeah. Okay, first he did this video. Should Goku, or should you wear Goku's weighted clothes? And people flipped out on him, like, for saying no, because they do it. And I think he mentions it in this video, like, because science, that's what it was. Man, I still subscribed to them? Do they suck? Yeah, wonder when their last video was. 2 years ago. Oh, look at young Kyle. No beard Kyle. So I think there was something wrong with, like, his like management company or something. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he was allowed to speak on it, but what he ended up just making his own channel. Which is probably better for him, getting all those patrons and shit now.
Contact. I feel like this is going well. Just wish I knew what she was thinking.
But he's been a science communicator for a while.
For the line crew and the go-getters.
Hey,
There's
Kyle 3.
supplies and solutions for every industry.
We'll put some ice on it, Kevin. The swelling should go down in a couple hours. As you very well know, here at the facility, I hold weekly sparring tournaments to see who gets to stand at the front of the cafeteria lunch line. And this week,
and he's
I don't know,
funny,
I really
too.
want that lunch, and I feel like I could use a little bit of extra speed or something. That's why today, we are going to be making Dragon Ball Z accurate weighted clothing. Will it get us Keka ripped, or will our fitness Frieza in place? There's only one way to find out. Get those knees up, Kevin!
Okay, we don't need to go
For the less anime inclined among you, Goku is the main character of immensely popular anime and manga Dragon Ball Z. Goku is also, years ago, I Goku clothing and see what happens. But training with weighted clothing is
I think everybody knows what.
just 62 kilograms. That's force, and this balance of the to the literal.
We will go through this
Training with
one
weighted clothing
equation,
is
though.
generally referred to as hypergravity training. It's a dope name for a very simple concept. On Earth, your weight is measured by something like a scale is the product of your mass and some acceleration. The acceleration in question here is provided by the Earth's 6 trillion kilograms trying to pull you down to the literal center of the Earth. But the Earth's surface gets in the way, and there's some reactionary force, and this balance of the two forces is what a scale would measure your weight. Hypergravity training then is artificially changing this balance, so it's as though you are standing on the surface of a planet much heavier than Earth. Canonically, Goku's weighted clothing is 140 kilograms, and he is just 62 kilograms. That's lighter than your boy here. So if you do some basic math, Goku's weighted clothing provides over 3 Gs of artificial gravity. That is higher than any surface gravity of any planet in the solar system. Yes, even Jupiter. Now, I want to be clear. When I make my weighted clothing, I am not going to shoot for over 3 Gs. For one, carrying over 440 pounds for an extended period of time is probably going to kill me. Two, and more importantly, there is literally not a material dense enough on Earth to make fabric that weighs that much. So I'm going to be shooting for 1.5 G. Don't worry, that's still very heavy. It's heavier than most military personnel carry on a regular basis, and heavier than any weight vest you can buy just off the shelf, and my whole body is going to be weighted. The only problem here is that I don't know how to sew clothing, and so to the Hilovator. To make my clothing as anime accurate as possible.
This is cool.
What? Get my digits of my body. Hey, you got it. Yeah. So what do we have to do first? If we want to make a quality, like, anime accurate costume, what do we have to do first?
Well, step one with any new costume is always going to be getting accurate measurements for you. So I'm going to have to get all of those numbers off of you, and then we can make some magic happen.
I don't think I've ever measured myself with a ruler.
You don't do it with a ruler. You want to measure it tape.
Oh, sorry. I was an adolescent boy at one point.
A ruler.
Anyway, let's get to it.
Because I want to shout out the clothing company that made it. They did a good job. It was pretty cool. Came out awesome, I think. Look at that. The logo stitched into it. Like, I would wear this on a regular basis.
Wow,
if I had
look
these
and
clothes.
Feel awesome. This is Goku Anime Accurate Weighted Clothing. The lovely ladies at Castle Corsair did a fantastic job, as is plain to see. But I should note, as we said, there is literally no material on Earth to make a weighted shirt for hypergravity training that would be this thin and nice and stretchy and flowy. So instead, we actually made another whole weighted outfit that I will be wearing underneath this with a bunch of pockets I'll be putting into 1.5 equivalent G's worth of steel. So what I'm going to do now is take all of this back to the facility and then get tested, if you know what I'm saying. To get an informed opinion about what's actually like to wear Goku's weighted clothing, I'm going to be wearing my sick new duds literally all day, and I will be doing stuff that Goku might do in them. I will be producing the extra gravity I need with this pyramid of steel. 34 2.5-pound ingots from Rogue Fitness. I'll be putting them in my booties, in my wrists, in my back, and on my front, and once I'm weighted down, it'll be as though I'm on a planet that's 50% more massive than Earth. And I know what some of you may be thinking at this point. Kyle, well, isn't this just a weight vest, some ankle and wrist weights? No, it's not. Because this is a custom-made solution to make Goku's weighted clothing as we see it actually viable. Lauren and the girls at Castle Corsair worked for weeks on this to get the placing right, to get the fabric right, to make it look right. So I don't want to hear none of that talk from you in the comments, or else you're going to get Yamcha, all right? So there's nothing to it but to increase my gravity, which you could also say if you were getting fatter. But we'll do this. Okay, so there's a reaction. Before I've even done anything strenuous, I can already tell this is probably a mistake to do this to my body. What you don't realize is that having a lot of weight away from your rotation points on your body creates a lot of torque, and that torque is extremely stressful on the small muscles in your shoulders. And I don't know if I could get up from this chair, to be honest. And my feet feel like if I jumped in a river, I would die like a mob hit.
Oh,
but
God.
We got to keep going. We got to do the testing. So the first thing I want to do before we do anything strenuous, I would die like a mob hit. But we got to keep going. We got to do the testing. So the first thing I want to do before we do anything strenuous, we need to carb up and get some energy for the rest of the day. And so to do that, I have some ramen noodles, like Goku might eat. Okay, so let me just... Okay, so this is fine.
So this is fine.
Oh, ramen noodles. Let's just delicately
Dude, I think I'm going to make some ramen.
Oh, I have so little motor control. Ah! I'm not exaggerating. Ow! Oh, it's putting so much weight on small muscles in my arms and wrist.
But he really wants those ramen.
Okay, so I think we're sufficiently carved up. Now, let's start our day of training with some light calisthenics. Make sure we get some light movement in there, get the body, get it moving. Let me just get up easily. Oh! This may have been a huge mistake. Okay, light calisthenics. If it looks like I'm walking, like, it's a combination between I really have to poop and I'm on a different planet. The answer is yes.
Shiva's such a good pup.
Can't hold that for more than a few seconds. More than a few seconds, okay? Let's try some, just some nice. Something move, okay? And there's so much additional weight on my butt. It's digging into my shoulders. My thighs are now quivering. You know what we gotta do? Obviously, we're warmed up now. We have to go outside of the facility to see if there's any androids who eat other androids with their butt who need defeating. Well, I'm coming for you. Get those knees up, Kevin! Swearing.
Want to learn a secret strategy for learning to play the guitar?
No,
we'll teach you.
Secret.
And fast.
Well, I don't see any androids around, but this looks like a nice place to recharge my key. Let's go.
You just practice.
So this is almost like the reverse of being on Mars. On Mars, you're significantly less in weight, and this is the other way. All right. KO Ken, KO Kyle times 3. I now attempt to run at full speed. Yeah. Okay, Goku is frequently sitting on his butt like this. I would like to do a quick test I call the get up from your Goku's butt test. I pooped some weights. Okay, no training session would be complete without trying to do some actual training, so let's go do that. Let me just get my glasses. Simple. Keep in mind that I am attempting to run. Ow. Oh, excuse me, boys. I gotta do some hypergravity training real quick.
Oh, man.
Damn.
Oh my God, I did it.
Oh, I pooped all my weights again. Watch and learn, boys.
He's also a rock climber. I think he had mentioned in a video before this that it's kind of a fucked up part to pause it on. He like injured his shoulder or something like that. I don't know, but he's like a rock climber, so
it's easy. It's no problem.
he's used to carrying his weight, but.
Okay, I think I'm ready to make a conclusion about Goku's weighted clothes. I don't think you'll be so very surprised. Oh, jeez. I cannot stress to you enough how stressful this is. There's no planet in the solar system with surface gravity like I'm experiencing right now.
People right around here.
Every part of the human body is evolved to deal with the gravitational acceleration of Earth we evolved on Earth. But this, especially all day, no way, man. Just a second, let me go.
Oh, the cameraman, duh. Right the fuck in front of him.
People fantasize about living on other planets. They think about the atmosphere, they think about the lack of food and water.
The wind blow.
But they almost never think about the gravity increase. And allow me to tell you that if the increase in relative gravity is even 10%, 20%, up to 50% like I am, it makes comfortable living impossible. And let me say again that if you are going to head right into the comments and be like, 1.5G doesn't sound that bad. You try it. If this was Goku anime accurate, if I was wearing 3.3G effective increase clothing, I don't think I'd be able to do very much at all. Which A, proves my point about weighted clothing, and B, shows you just how awesome Goku must actually be. I look happy, right? Oh, so this should be the moment of truth, right? Like I'm back in the facility, I've removed the weighted aspects of my clothing, and now it's time to fight Tien in his Cycloptian fighting style. But how do I feel? Well, I certainly don't feel like Goku ready to jump in the air and punch super fast. I just feel tired. I've instantaneously created bruises and broken blood vessels on my wrists, my ankles, especially my shoulders. I feel lighter, but as light as I did before hypergravity. And you can hear it in my voice. I'm exhausted. Should you do this for any period of time? No. And that's also according to the research. I hope it was fun to watch, because it was not fun to do. Whew. So that's a conclusion, I suppose.
And they've actually done research on this shit before.
I should have listened to you. It was a bad idea.
Not like he did. He made Goku, which includes.
Thank you so much to the very nerdy staff at the facility for their direct and substantial support in the creation of this here video where I got super tired. Today, especially, I want to recognize research assistant Jeremy C. and visiting scholar Kevin. That better not be you. If you want to join the staff, if you want to join the nearly 1,300 nerds who every day are talking with me on Discord, giving me episode ideas, sharing videos and pictures of their pets with me, and I say, updo, it's the internet. You can go to patreon.com/Kyle Hill and get on the staff today. And if you support the facility just enough,
2 years
your name
ago,
will be on each and every week.
So
and there's literally hundreds of you, so I don't know how I'm going to pass it. Wow, Kyle, you look tired. Yeah, I know. Do I? This is an interesting case where you have a feeling that personal experience will be so important to your conclusion.
I mean, I know Patreon's got to take their cut, and he's got, because of that, he's got the ability to do pretty much whatever he wants. that's cool. That's funny as shit. Damn, I want to play Monster Hunter now. I don't know where the hell my capture card is, so I can put my Switch on the computer. I'll play One Piece though. Okay, shit, I forgot to leave my internet up to make sure I don't put copyrighted stuff in the vid. Or have too much of it, or what, I don't know YouTube's policy with it, like, it seems like they've made, Charlie just released a video I want to watch. Fucking YouTube's so vague with what they say.
Huel has changed the game for me. Want to know why? It's food, super fast and super healthy. But it's more than that. It's knowing that in less than 30 seconds, you've got a meal packed with vitamins.
I've talked about this on stream, but I don't think I've ever made a full video going over it. I'm very confident that none of you watching this video right now will be able to guess my least favorite genre of content on the internet. This isn't like a pop quiz. There's a step above that. This is an SAT level question here.
Least favorite genre? Like, incel, what do you call it? Like, Alpha, Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit kind of shit.
And I'm reading you like a book. I'm inside your mind. I've infiltrated your noodle like Charles Xavier. I bet all of you went to something simple and obvious, like, oh, his least favorite genre of content has got to be pranks, or fake videos, cringe trends, scammers. They're all great guesses. Of course, I do dislike all of that, but it's not my least favorite genre of content on the entirety of the cyberspace. That honor belongs to the douchebags that drive cars extremely fast and dangerously on public roads around other people, endangering their lives. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. There's a group of losers online who come from very privileged backgrounds. Most of these people are like late teens, early 20s that come from mommy and daddy's money and never stop suckling on their tit to get as much dollars out of their family as they can. These trust fund kids have these expensive cars and they flex by just driving them fast on like the interstate or even residential roads, and they just disregard every other vehicle on the road, weave around them, blow by them, whatever. Just caution to the wind, and obviously it's extremely dangerous, but it's also extremely boring. They're not doing anything impressive. They're not like fucking Dominic Toretto ramping a muscle car off of a parked tow truck like it's something out of GTA 5. They are actual just goobers, not even on manual transmission 9 times out of 10. Just going around innocent people and going by them extremely fast. It's fucking stupid. It is legitimately like watching static on a television screen. It's just mind-numbing. So it's not only dangerous, but it's for literally no entertainment value at all. I guess for them it's like an adrenaline rush because they could die at any moment, because obviously they can at those speeds. But the reason I'm talking about this is because one of these assholes actually just went viral, and he's been getting dunked on ever since. And I've actually been following his Twitter since he popped off because I wanted to see what else he does, and this is his whole personality. All he does is drive his mom's BMW fast and recklessly.
Those kind of people. I used to be a fucking idiot like that.
Wow, holy shit, that was epic. Did you see how fast he was going on a straight road, doing nothing? Not even stick shifts, automatic transmission, he's Weenie Hut Junior mode. It's like watching the world's most boring cutscene in a video game. That is this dude. That is this whole fucking community. So obviously a million things could have gone wrong here. Someone could have been trying to cross the street. Someone could have been making a lane change, and he wouldn't have had time to stop at the speed he was going because it was over 100, and there would have been no survivors. He's also driving one-handed while filming with the other, which is just another thing to add to the laundry list of dog shit about this video. I've also seen this guy's arms, and I've got to tell you, he's got that fucking SpongeBob build, but without the anchor arms. I am shocked he even has the strength to open the door to this BMW to get inside of it. So I hate this shit. I hate this more than Garfield hates Mondays. This is my least favorite genre of content by far. He is not the only one doing it, obviously, but right now he is the proudest douchebag about it, and this went the most viral, so it's got people talking about it. He's also just this insufferable asshole in the comments who keeps flexing his parents' wealth on people, saying that anyone that dislikes this is just poor, and he openly recognizes that this is going to get him killed. This fucking guy is glued to his Twitter replies like a teenage girl on Instagram. He is replying to everyone, so I've actually got a pretty good handle on this dude's entire personality. He loves like Rainbow Six Siege and shit, and loves endangering the lives of innocent people around him. He has no remorse. He openly talks about how it doesn't bother him, and that when he does crash, it's probably going to lead to him dying. Though he did mention in one other case that if he does crash and survives, he'll probably just run away. What a stand-up guy. What an absolute gold star citizen right there. What a fucking hero. Now with this kind of content, it's just a ticking time bomb. It's really just a matter of when, not if he crashes. So the best case scenario here, like the best outcome you can hope for, is that when he inevitably does crash, he doesn't take any lives with him.
Yeah.
You just gotta hope for a single car accident. Maybe he even survives and learns from the experience. But
Yeah.
the most important part is no one else is a victim of this guy's recklessness. This isn't the only video he's posted, like I mentioned.
But yeah, like that, posting that kind of shit online, like why are you recording yourself breaking the law? That's so stupid. And then posting it online for clout. I could have run down a pedestrian. I mean, it almost gives off fake prank vibes, like they had the whole street blocked off to let people know, like, hey, not saying they did it legally, because he probably just got a bunch of his friends and said, hey, go block all these corners from anyone coming through. And we're gonna film an epic vid.
He has posted another one 3 days ago doing the same thing, but endangering more people's lives on the interstate. I forgot to mention, this imbecile actually has the audacity to watermark these videos. It's so laughably pathetic that he actually believes this is something to be proud of. So goddamn embarrassing. I don't know how the fuck you can be so delusional to think that this is something cool. It's also such a headache because I can't use my favorite Fast and Furious line of granny shifting, not double clutching like you should, because it doesn't apply to this guy because he's in automatic transmission again, you fucking worm. He's not even granny shifting. He probably doesn't even know what it means. Yeah, just another demonstration of douchebaggery here, just weaving between cars, most likely just families on the way home from school or work. How cool, I guess, just putting them in danger. No matter how great a driver you are, and trust me, this guy is not a great driver, there are just some things you can't account for on the road, and that's other people. There is so much uncertainty when driving that you cannot actually have any power over. The other people on the road behind the wheel are always unpredictable, so driving recklessly around them is just a death wish. This kind of selfish clout goblin behavior, just look at me, I'm the main character kind of...
That is so unsafe that it, like, I really hope these videos are fake. Obviously, if that was a real person in a real car on a real highway, that was fucked up. And people should not be liking that kind of shit and encouraging it. Sorry, I'm
shit that leads
picking
to
a
content
lot.
like this is so fucking frustrating. It's so dumb. I can't
Check
stand
it out.
And the most insulting part of all of it is he's putting everyone at risk around him, all of their lives in danger, for
Picked.
boring content too. It's not even entertaining content. It's not even like this is thrilling to watch. It's a fucking snooze fest. It's all of it, top to bottom, is complete trash. Absolute trash. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit today, and that's about it. So yeah.
Are you with me?
We're massively outnumbered. Some of us will perish for our working. Death is bliss. Right. The world will not tolerate his existence.
Which way is it supposed to go? I already forgot. Oh! Shit, I definitely don't know.
Have you met any others?
Let me pay attention to the numbers this time.
This is you. Or at least it could be you. You've been island hopping through Greece with a group of people you just met.
yeah,
with
they
this very
swim
moment
together,
are
so that's
cheering you
not gonna
on as you
help.
jump off a boat, which to be honest is a little scary, but
You can see it
carpe diem,
moving.
right? Right.
While I'm holding it really tight.
The best way to see the world
ring.
for anyone 18 to 35. We handle everything. You just travel.
I think I'm gonna play One Piece. Well, first. why I put that up. Just out of habit, I guess. I don't know where I got that, how I got subbed to that, because I think that's a new channel that started making cuts of his stuff when he said he completely is like whitelisting his vids or whatever it's called, where you put it out and just don't copyright claim anything. Like Def was explaining it last night, like the manager's YouTube asks you, like they have a sliding bar, how much of your vid someone can use without not striking it, but putting it in the automatic claims thing that'll claim the video. So people don't just 100% put his video up and just straight re-upload the whole video. And I don't know if talking and pausing and doing stuff with the video has anything to do with that or not. I don't know how it works. It's just so fucking blurry. What was I? Oh, Attorney Tom's got a new vid out. Okay.
Police wrongfully arrest 19-year-old during traffic stop.
No way.
That's
This is
title
30
of today's
minutes
video
long.
I'm reacting
Holy
to
shit.
By Taven Galankis. And from what I can tell, Taven is actually the individual who gets arrested here, and he uploaded the interaction to his own YouTube channel. So he must be pretty confident that it was, in fact, a wrongful arrest.
Why does this
Hi
keep
there. How you doing, sir?
happening?
Good, how are you? Good. My name's Officer Winters with the Newton Police Department. The reason I pulled you over is because you have your bright lights on.
Yeah, I have a headlight out, so I just keep my brights on.
Okay, well that's not legal.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Yeah, I turn on when a car comes by, I turn them off, but like
When you did with me.
oh, you weren't close enough though. You were a while back.
It has to be within 500 feet.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
And you're not supposed to have your brights on in the city limits.
Okay, so already we have a lot of really important information. The reason why the police officer pulled Taven over is because he had his brights on. Taven says that he has his brights on because one of his headlights is out. Remember, a police officer can temporarily detain you if they have reasonable suspicion. Here, if we take the police officer at his word and having brights on is illegal, well, Taven having his brights on and admitting it certainly confirms the reasonable suspicion to at least temporarily detain him. Let's see where this goes.
Well, my fault.
You got your license, registration, insurance with you?
Yeah, I got you.
Put the Minecraft sound
Is this your
effect
car?
in.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you headed?
Back home.
Where's home?
It's right down.
I'm gonna move to the other side of the screen so y'all can see Taven. Much better.
Fuck it.
Are you new to town or something?
No.
I just noticed you have Adair County plates.
The cop stated my eyes were bloodshot red. Those don't look red to me.
I live in Greenfield, Iowa.
Okay.
Damn
Where
it,
you
Tom. Here.
Friend's house. Okay. Anything to drink over there? I didn't hear what you said.
It's one of these. Need one of these right here?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good start. That's the registration.
I just got a new one, so I don't know which one's the old one.
Okay.
I can totally empathize with this. My insurance department has like all my old ones
Fuck.
stacked on top.
I'm so bad at this.
You know, it's something that you have, but it's a pain in the ass to find.
Yeah, I'll just need both.
Stop moving your shit around and
take this
editing
first
it.
one
God
here.
damn it, Tom.
That's your insurance?
Yeah, I got you. Would it be that white card?
Could be. That's one that expired in 21.
I got the email version.
I'm trying to match every single thing.
Alright, that'll work. I'm gonna have you hop out with me, okay?
Cool.
Remember, if a police officer orders you out of the car, you have to get out of the car. So, Taven agreeing to get out of the car is the right decision.
He keeps moving and editing his size, so it's not.
Roll my window up real quick.
Do me a favor, put your gum on your dash there.
Put my gum on my dash?
Yeah. Perfect. We're gonna go back here, okay? Cool. You don't have anything on you, no
Sorry,
bombs,
I'll
guns,
stop.
drugs? No bombs or drugs, right. Okay, let's go back here. I'm gonna have you have a seat in my passenger seat, okay? Awesome.
I haven't been touched in years.
I'd be like, can I open it? I mean, passenger seat, I guess you can.
There's an easier way. GuitarTricks.com can rekindle our relationship. With easy-to-watch videos and a clear path to success, you can learn guitar at your own pace. I get it if you want to.
That's why I went out and put my medical card in my car.
And has one of the biggest libraries of organized lessons in the world. And the best songs from artists like AC/DC.
Exactly why I put it in there. Okay.
Where are you coming from?
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
His name is Creighton. It's a friend's house.
Okay. What are you doing at Creighton's house?
You were saying around.
Do you think
I'm
this
gonna
officer
go-
has Taven's best interest in mind when he's talking
I'm
to
gonna
him?
go grab a couple
No,
slices of
he is
pizza.
trying to figure out information that he can use against Taven. So far, Taven has only been nice, respectful, clear, concise. Yeah, he took a little long to find his insurance, but that's normal to me. So nothing offends me, yet this cop is still trying to find something wrong with him. The best course of action is to respectfully zip it. Ask for a lawyer.
Just get back from college.
Okay.
Go to William Penn.
Okay. You play football up there?
Yes, sir.
What position do you play?
My receiver.
Okay.
I'm back for the weekend.
That's why you're home?
Yeah.
I got you. Did you go to school here in Newton then?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Played football here. Did you go here?
No.
You didn't?
No. How much have you had to drink tonight?
None.
What do you mean none?
I had nothing.
What do you mean none? He means none. When you pulled him over for a headlight, you didn't have any reasonable suspicion to believe he was operating while under the influence of any sort of drug or alcohol, yet you keep asking. And I'm not necessarily mad at the police officer. That is their job, which is why it's your job to know your rights, which is why we make these videos.
And the drink.
Okay. Why would your eyes be watery and bloodshot? I just noticed you have 8 Adair County plates.
Yeah. This is another good point. The police are allowed to lie to you. And even if we take this officer at his word and he truly believes these eyes are considered bloodshot, that just shows you the amount of discretion that the police have in making these kind of on-site field determinations. It gets to the point where sometimes it's borderline ridiculous.
You want to blow me real quick?
I don't want to blow you.
Us.
Well, probably.
I'm sorry.
Blow me real quick?
Let's listen to that one more time. I don't know how to react. I don't know if this is funny or just sad, because what Taven said is really not that funny, but what's funny is the officer's response. Anybody with an ounce of professionalism would know what Taven meant. He is literally cooperating. He's in the front seat of a cop car. This has been just thrust on him. And on top of that, he's totally just no, I do not recommend anybody take a breathalyzer test, even if you're sober. But he's already telling you he's willing to do it, and you're making fun of him. You're trying to turn this against him like he's being rude to you. It is funny. It is also frustrating and upsetting at the same time.
I've had nothing to drink.
Okay. So your movements in the car with you fumbling over the registration?
Yep.
Kind of say otherwise.
Alright.
And so does the odor of alcohol coming from your person.
Great, let's do a test then.
The odor of alcohol coming from your person. Remember, evidence, evidence, evidence. What can the state prove? We can't.
Sorry. Got. Oop. pizza with a ton of peppers on it. I don't know why Hassan was shitting on Ethan so much for crushed red peppers. Nice, looks like I didn't get claimed. Thank you, Tom.
Smell
855 Tom
video.
wins,
So
everybody.
if this were to go to trial and the only piece of evidence they had was
Straight
the
to the
officer's
blimp.
word that there
That
was a
number will
stench
connect you
of
to his blimp. He
alcohol,
lives in an
then it's a credibility
dimensional
issue.
blimp.
I'd find a jury
By the
very hard
way.
find to convict
I don't
somebody
know if
just
it wasn't
off of
obvious to you with this
We'll get to the test. I can't wait. So what
awesome
happens if
studio
nothing
editing
pops
and
up?
shit.
Do you get in
And they got
trouble?
a massive,
Why would I get in trouble?
I think,
Because you
nuclear
think I'm
powered,
drinking, but I'm not
multi-dimensional, interdimensional fucking blimp.
Doing what I'm supposed to do. Alright, let's find out real quick. I'm not gonna get in trouble for doing what I'm supposed to do. Can I record it? Yeah, absolutely. What's your name? My name's Officer Winters. So Officer Winters thinks I'm drinking tonight.
You know, I
So what happened? Did he, like, has he been asking him to blow in a breathalyzer or something? Did he do... Okay, he's just going, that was him.
Back in college.
Sorry, I'll go back to
can
where
the
you guys
state
were. I want
piece
to make you
of
watch
find
it
a
again.
jury very hard find to convict somebody just off of smell.
We'll get to the test. I can't wait. So what happens if, nothing pops up? Do you get in trouble? No. Why would I get in trouble? Because you think I'm drinking, but I'm not drinking. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Alright, let's find out real quick. I'm not gonna get in trouble for doing what I'm supposed to do. Can I record it? Yeah, absolutely. What's your name?
Fucking cops
My name's
are
Officer
prick.
Winters. So Officer Winters thinks I'm drinking tonight.
That's kind of
I
a
have
prick
a lot
thing
of
to do,
respect
though.
for Taven adamantly and confidently asserting that he is completely sober, which leads me to believe he probably is completely sober. But you still shouldn't antagonize the police.
Yeah.
You still shouldn't talk unnecessarily because literally
Don't ever
you
do
can just
that
give them one
because
piece of
even if they
information and
shouldn't
can
react,
turn it against
they
you.
probably
I'm about to do
will.
a test, and he's gonna find out I had nothing to drink. He's gonna look stupid. Get that right.
Alright, so let's go up on the sidewalk here and I'll talk with you up there, okay? Cool. Alright, so I'm gonna actually have you stand right here is fine for now. I'm gonna have you stand with your heels and toes together, with your arms down to your side. Okay. I'm gonna check
Well,
your
you're
eyes.
already threatening to take me to the station.
So
No.
what they're going to do right here is something called the gaze nystagmus test. Basically, they're going to put the finger in front and they're going to track the movement of the eye up and down, side to side. What the officer is looking for is some sort of eye oscillation or jump movement, because if you're intoxicated, your eyes can't track
What?
smoothly. The problem with this is it is very discretionary. It is
Yeah.
nighttime, it is
What
snowing,
if I
slash
had like
raining.
a
The police officer might have had a long day. He's not an expert. He's not an ophthalmologist. If you submit to these tests, the police can just say, yeah, I saw your eye jump. You're going to jail. And then furthermore, if you're someone like me, and I got
Sometime-
a lazy eye, if I ever did one of these tests, the police officer would say, hey, look, your eye drifted.
I'm not trying to
Yeah.
pause on
No
it and make it
future.
worse. That's why he wears an eye patch sometimes.
Can you see my finger clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hey, stop, Sheba.
Looks pretty smooth to me.
How many more we got?
No, this test is about 2 minutes long.
Got some big fingers. You play football?
I did.
What position?
D tackle and right tackle.
Here?
Nope.
Where at?
Knoxville.
Oh, we just beat Knoxville big time yesterday.
Yeah. Didn't when I played though.
Yeah, okay.
What year were you?
2012.
You played college football?
Too many concussions.
You want me to start the point?
Yeah.
Okay, so now the officer has Taven doing the 9-step turn. So 9 steps, heel to toe, 180 degrees, back 9 steps, heel to toe. If any of you guys try to do this, it is extremely hard, and having your arms out to the side, wobbling at all is an infraction, and in theory, is a sign of intoxication. Try to do that sober, try to do that at night, try to do that in the rain, in the snow, on an uneven surface, and yeah, it's hard.
So you want to get to 9?
So there's some confusion. Tell me when I get to 9. I thought he was going to tell me when to turn, and the fact that he didn't comply is a sign of intoxication. I'm sorry, these instructions are sometimes very complicated. The dude is literally being interrogated by the police.
Possibly
you can't blame
confusing.
him for taking some ambiguous directions and messing them up.
Come on, man, it's too easy. Let's do the breath now. 2 for 2.
Dude, Taven, man, I'm trying to be
know.
on your side. Don't antagonize this guy. Yes, you are in the right, okay? But just... please.
Once you are ready to install, gather the required installation materials.
Like, cops
Layout
can
channel.
make your life a living hell with no recourse.
How many steps did I say to take? Like 8 or 9.
There's no reason to help them with anything like this. There's no reason to antagonize them through all this, because they're gonna,
So the next test is I want you to stand with your heels and toes together.
you know, at best, they're just gonna think you're a prick.
You a rookie, bro. Okay. I want you to stand with your heels and toes together with your arms down your side. This is your first year? No. No way. No. No way. When I say begin, I want you to... How many false accusations you got? 0. It's about to be your first. We'll see. What I want you to do... He knows it too. He knows about the passage. What I want you to do when I say begin is raise either your left or your right foot, whichever one you want, and raise it approximately 6 inches off the ground and keep it parallel to the ground, okay? Perfect. It's going to look something just like this. Your toe, keep your arms down your side and count out loud in the following manner. Repeat the directions. From where to where? So you said 6 seconds to hold it up? No, you're going to hold your foot approximately 6 inches off the ground and keep it parallel to the ground. Gotcha. You have any questions?
You try doing that right now. Pause the video, try doing that without any wobbling.
Alright, during this, keep your arms down your side. Why are you shaking so much? Freezing, man. Look at you, you got all these clothes on, and I got shorts on and it's raining.
And that's reasonable. And you're being interrogated by the police. They're both kind of making me mad.
I
You
don't
false
know.
accusing me, so of course I'm gonna be a little nervous.
Reasonable.
Normally I'd
Very
be
reasonable.
shaking like hell too.
Exactly. Look, you in pants. I'm in shorts and it's raining now. I wear shorts when it's 30 below. Congratulations. Questions about the test?
Congratulations, that doesn't have anything to do with him not being cold. Or him being cold.
Keep your legs straight. Is that 6
It's your
inches?
preference, cop.
Yep.
Don't
How'd I tell you to count?
egg him on too.
That's probably too good. Let's go. Swing switch. Let's get rid of one. It's ridiculous.
And cops will do that. They'll try to antagonize you so they can,
Alright, I'm gonna go in a circular
to
motion
make
around the
you
outside of your
like
face, but I'm not gonna
antagonize them, and then they can use that as proof that you were being combative or resistive and shit. They are so fucked up.
Thank you. Rookie move. Rookie Don't think so. So, just follow my finger with your eyes and your eyes only, and don't move your head, okay? Gotcha. You want me to cross my eyes or what? I want you to follow my finger all the way in.
His eyes are moving pretty smoothly to me.
Because you're showing some very strong signs of impairment. Am I? Alright, what I want you to do is make a tight seal around this and blow outwards like you're blowing up a balloon, okay? Alright. You ready? Yep. Okay, you can relax. So I'm gonna read you Miranda, okay? When's the
Right now, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney if you cannot.
Look at that.
Dude, I hope that cop gets fucking suspended.
0.0. While it is true, you can blow a 0.0 and still get a DUI because the driving under the influence is not exclusive to just alcohol. It can be weed, it can be other types of drugs. But Taven here looks pretty damn sharp. He is articulate, he is athletic, he is responsive, he is overly cooperative, yet he is still being taken to jail.
Yeah.
This will just show y'all that no matter how nice you are, no matter how cooperative you are, if they have it out for you, they will take you to jail. So the best course of action is to zip it. This officer is such a YouTube.
When's the last time you smoked weed?
And you never remember that.
Tonight?
Oh.
Okay, well, I think it's tonight.
I've had no weed tonight. What? Why do you think it's tonight? Why do you think I smoked? I blew zeros, so now you're trying to think I smoked weed. That's what's going on. You can't do that, man. You really can't do that.
Absolutely, I can.
So he can't.
Yeah, absolutely, I can.
Right to do that. And that just
Fucking
shows you how
prick.
much discretion they have and how
But-
much talking does not help.
You allowed to do that? Yes, he is. So I blew zeros, and you took drugs.
Well, listen to that again. It just shows you how much discretion they have. Are
Not
given
help
by the
do that.
courts.
And that just
Do that, man. You really can't do that.
Absolutely, I can.
So he can do that. He has every right to do that. And that just shows you how much discretion they have and how much talking does not help.
You allowed to do that? Yes, he is. So I blew zeros, and you took drugs, man.
I absolutely can do that. Fucking prick.
Zeros, you think I'm on drugs. That's ridiculous.
I would. During my field sobriety, it is indicative of impairment. So let's be honest.
I'm being honest.
You stole some weed at your friend's house?
No.
You hit a pin?
No.
Okay, otherwise.
Yo!
Alright. And so does the odor of alcohol coming from your person.
That's a great point. He's changing. This cop has no credibility. This will never hold up in court. This is YouTube. YouTube.
Why is your field sobriety so poor?
What?
Because it's freezing. It's in the snow. It wasn't that poor. He did better than 99.9% of YouTube. Everybody.
Oh my.
Why is your field sobriety so poor? And why are you so lethargic and slow moving and speaking with a slurred speech?
What?
And your eyes are watery and your eyes are bloodshot.
You know they're watery?
They're watering and they're bloodshot?
It doesn't affect them in the car or in my car.
Well, I don't know what you're seeing because I can't see my eyes.
He just fucking slammed him, dude. Can't see my eyes, man. What are you talking about?
Every Friday. Okay. No smoke weed.
Today's Saturday.
Okay? It's 30. Weed stays on your shit for 30 days. So if I did a test next week, I'd be off the football team. Dumbass. Come on. Come on.
Alright. Don't call him a
You're
dumbass.
not making it easier, but also this cop totally has it out for you, and you know you're getting arrested anyway, so you might as well get some good jabs in. So I'm not condoning this, but it's making a good YouTube video.
But I think you're impaired. I think you're under the influence.
You think I'm impaired?
No, he
Yes.
doesn't.
Well, I'm not.
Okay.
He's like, okay.
Do you want to talk to another officer?
Hell yeah, come over here.
Do you want to do a drug recognition evaluation or a drug influence evaluation?
What's that?
There's an officer who checks your blood pressure, does a
I'll be right
bunch of
back.
tests.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Can I call my parents or something? Can I call my mom? Can I call my mom? Can I get the car, dude?
Here's my situation. I stopped this guy for having his brights on. I got 6 with me too. He fumbles around with his registration 3, 4, 5 times. He bombed sobriety. LOC is present. Finger to nose.
He bombed sobriety. Are you kidding me?
I asked him. I said I read Miranda. PBT 000. So he says he'll do an evaluation, but he's kind of a smart ass.
You're a smartass also.
I'm a pretty heavy internet user, actually extremely heavy, to be honest. When I have Google Fiber and I'm streaming, I can actually just focus on being entertaining, having.
Would you want to talk to him, or? All right, that's what we'll do then. Okay, but I obviously have enough to charge him with the sobriety, so.
I have enough to charge him. The sad thing is on its face, that's probably true because the initial probable cause determination can be made just from a police officer's report. And in this
But
report,
the original probable
say
cause
that
was
bombed
he
the
smells
field
like
sobriety
alcohol.
test. The problem with that is this officer.
And then he said, actually, you smell like weed. After he blew a 000, no longer he smells like alcohol, but now you smell like weed instead.
Has zero credibility. There's no way this will be a
They've done this
conviction.
to me too and used it to
Absolutely no
take
way.
me
And then
in.
furthermore,
They
in
use that shit so they can
retrospect, when
search
everybody
you. And
analyzes this particular probable cause
they're
determination,
fucked.
they will see the
fucked up.
totality of everything and say that this police officer is full of future, and there might be consequences for that as well. And I say potentially
Yeah,
because
that's why I hope he gets,
suing
like,
a police
suspended.
officer, police department is really hard. Police have qualified immunity, and on top of that, obviously they are given a fairly large range of discretion to make these kind of determinations because that is often needed to do their job correctly. But when you have a bad actor like this, sometimes that overarching discretion range gets lumped in and it ends up protecting them and it falling under qualified immunity. And as my criminal
Literally,
law professor
cop
used
is
to say,
arresting
it ain't
him.
fair. This is total huge.
In my
David,
opinion,
sorry
cop
you're
is
going through this.
arresting him because he's a little butthurt about having the guy having his brights on and shining him in the eyes a little bit too bright. Oh, poor guy. You should get out and arrest that guy and harass him and fuck with him, put that charge on his record, and, you know, just completely fuck his night up, possibly make him have to get an attorney to get out of it, although it's all filmed, so I think, even if it had to come to it, even a public defender would get that laughed out of court, but, that's exactly why he says just don't talk, especially if they're telling you they're gonna arrest you. Just don't talk to them. Be polite and courteous and shit. What's the matter? Be polite, be courteous, but don't give them any reason to take any legal action against you, basically, because they will take any excuse they can and use it against you. It doesn't matter. It happens all the time. They do it when they don't have real work to do, I guess. I don't know why they fucking do it, but why they act like that.
Absolutely, I think he is no way should be arrested. It just ain't
What's the matter?
fair.
I spoke with the drug recognition expert. He said that he's willing to do a drug influence evaluation on you. We would have to go up to the PD right now. Yep.
You want to go out?
I don't want to do that right now. You don't want to do it right now? Why not?
Go out?
Because you have you out in this damn rain. We would go to the PD where it's dry. I don't want to do that.
Maybe he doesn't want to go to the police station.
You don't want to go out?
Bottom line up front. We're going home tonight. Okay. I don't think I have no evidence or no information to suggest that you're under the influence of drugs or alcohol. You know, I
Guess she just wants attention.
very talented officer.
Yeah.
I wear shorts when it's 30 below.
If wearing shorts when it's 30 below is a talent of any sort of skill, Yeah, I'm sure this police officer's great.
When he does, he's very good.
Dude, her
Right now, you're
medicine,
being placed under arrest for
her
operating
ear
while
has
intoxicated.
already cleared up so much overnight.
I offered to you.
Is he still here?
Yeah, he's around here.
Can I talk to him?
If you want, I was just gonna take you home.
Okay, that's the last one.
I'm just gonna take you home.
Guys, oh, please, don't do this. We're gonna watch and it's gonna be great. I know it is. But if you find yourself in this position, just go home. Go home. The sweet vindication is probably not worth the, you messing something up and getting in trouble again.
Yeah.
But is it gonna be great? I hope so.
So, I just want to know, how does it feel? How does it feel for what? Remember I told you when you first put me over?
I had nothing to drink. He's gonna look stupid.
Yeah.
You're like,
Don't.
you know, drugs. You drink alcohol. Turns out I'm not. Believe that. Okay? Really dumb decision making today. I'm really disappointed in how you can't buy the drugs.
You can't see the. Hold on.
Was it really filled out? Was it pouring outside?
There you go. My bad.
Okay, look, I said, we'll run away. But there's also steps that I have to go through. Did you really thought I was drunk? The way you guys first spoke with you and your movements, I believe something was. That's crazy, man. Was this your first? No. I've been wrong many times.
Let's get back together. I miss you.
Oh my
What's the
Haven.
matter, girl?
Oh my god.
Your ear hurt.
Next time, I would recommend asking for clarification. If you don't understand something else. But I didn't even do all this extra. Okay. Well, that's why we have to attest to you. Like, you wasted my night. 3 hours. It was 3 or 2 hours. I don't know. We can't have this happen to me, man. I love you. Okay. I want you to do a better job. Okay? Okay? As I'm a citizen here, I love doing cops. You're probably a good guy, right? You're probably a good guy. And I'm a good guy, but not any record you can do that to me. Like, there's other guys probably out of me that right now. Breaking the law. Actually breaking the law. Not what you're saying right now. You waste your time with me.
Do you want to go out? You want to go
The
out?
Star Wars graphics
it's on
are
top.
hilarious.
On top.
We just gotta do better than that.
You're close. Yeah.
We just gotta do better.
Yeah. No, go. Keep going.
As your opponent.
Okay, we can all agree Taven is a legend. He's a legend. There's no other way around it. But you should not do what Taven did. 99.9% of the time, it is best just to assert your rights by asking for a lawyer and zipping it. Is it hilarious? Absolutely. Is Taven a legend? Yes. Should he come on this channel? Yes. Open invite. Please, we will make a video about this. If you like that video, I launched a channel just dedicated to attorneys reacting to real life situations. It's called Attorney Reacts. We have a whole bunch of great attorneys there. Go check it out. Link in the description. All right. Bye.
He's a catastrophic injury and
I'll show you guys Lawyer Reacts. It's called Attorney Reacts. My bad. I think all these people might be on here. Obviously, Attorney Tom, America's Attorney, Attorney Brooke, Port City Attorney, Lawyer Winton, Attorney Session. He's America's Attorney. What does he work like in DC or something?
It affects everyone and everything at all times, and you have to know how it works.
Oh,
You have
I've
to know
seen
the
this
rules
guy
of the
before.
game
He
before it's too late.
he
And I
makes good
believe that a
videos.
person like you If they understand the legal system
Yeah,
and the
this
law just a little bit better,
just
you can improve your
came
life.
out.
And knowing the rules of the game can help you win. The United States was
This saves
I
me a
mean,
ton of time because it only takes
he literally
5
like
minutes to make.
recreated
Take this,
it
take some water, put it in the microwave,
as
3
a
minutes.
game
let it sit for 5
show
minutes.
instead of the thing. There was
Wait, is that what Mr. Beast's lawyer is
Jesus.
saying to him right now? Most likely not.
he. Wait, no, the whole goal was to show you the Attorney Reacts channel. But I mean, that's kind of it. He's on there. They only have a few videos. Here, I'll watch one that he did. Oh, no. Man, they're long, though, so maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just shout the channel out. It's Attorney Reacts. I think it's them reacting to long-form content like the one we just saw. But Attorney Tom has
Police
short
wrongfully
ones,
arrest
too.
19-year-old during traffic.
This one, that was crazy when that happened, dude. We'll
What's
watch
up,
this
everybody?
one.
Attorney Tom here.
This
I just
is
spent
old.
the last 24 hours out of the
Yeah,
state,
2
but
years
I'm
ago.
back, and I'm here to talk about a very,
This is before he got the
very
blimp.
important case, the Gorilla Glue lady. And really quick before we begin, remember
When
to
he
hit
was
that
just
like
a small-time
button. We're growing
attorney in
like crazy.
Texas.
We just passed 100,000 subscribers. Y'all are awesome, but by hitting that like button, it really promotes the video and it helps it push it out to more people so our community can continue to grow. Specifically, we're going to talk about, does she have a case? For those of you who might not know what's happening, well, here's her TikTok.
Hey y'all, for those of y'all that know me know, my hair has been like this for about a month now. It's not my choice. No, it's not my choice. When I do my hair, I like to, finish it off with a little Got To Be glue spray. Just to keep it in place. Well, I didn't have any more Got To Be glue spray, so I used this. Gorilla Glue spray. Bad idea. Yo, my hair, it don't move. You hear what I'm telling you? It don't move. I've washed my hair 15 times and it don't move. Stiff wear. My hair. So I'm gonna tell y'all like this. If you ever run out of Got To Be glue spray, don't ever use this unless you want your hair to be like that.
I received over 100 messages.
Okay, so if you don't remember, that is what happened. That's the situation. That's how this thing happened. She literally used Gorilla Glue as hairspray. And thought that it would be a good idea to sue the manufacturer of that Gorilla Glue. Like it's intended to be sold with the hairspray. That's like suing a spray paint company because you tried to spray paint your head but it didn't look good. So I don't know. It's fucking ridiculous if you ask me. It's not like the case where the woman spilt McDonald's coffee on herself because she got second and third degree burns all over her crotch. It was different.
Genuinely interested on whether or not she has a viable case, especially now that the news.
It's like
has
they're
said that
handing
she's hiring
boiling
a lawyer.
water out of
So
the fucking.
I'm going to go over what a product liability case is, which is what this would fall under.
Drive-through
and
window.
examine this case
What could
as
go
if
wrong?
she had walked into my office. After all, I am a personal injury lawyer. These are the kind of cases I do. And make sure you stick around at the end where I will give my determination as to whether or not I would accept this case had it walked in my door. Now, before I begin anything, just remember that I am not giving legal advice. I'm nobody's lawyer in this instance, and certainly this is just my opinion. Okay, with that said, let's get started. Products liability. There's three main types of products liability cases. There's manufacturer defects, meaning the product was just not manufactured the right way, manufactured in the way that the designers intended it to be. So there's a defect in the way it was produced, and that defect caused injuries. The second major product liability theory is called design defect. A design defect occurs when the product is made the correct way, as the designers intended. But the initial design, the design from the very beginning was defective, and that defective design caused the injury. The third major type of product liability case is called a marketing defect. And marketing defects can include a number of things, of which include a failure to warn. So right off the bat, I think we can identify what type of product liability case this is. The plaintiff suffered or alleges a potential warnings defect, an advertising defect, a failure to warn. Gorilla Glue didn't malfunction. It worked specifically how they intended it to work. There was no malfunction or defect in the design or the manufacturing process. It was simply that she didn't know to put it in her hair. And I'm going to be honest, before this incident occurred, I didn't even know Gorilla Glue spray existed. I'd actually purchased Gorilla Glue before, but I didn't realize they had a spray.
Yeah, that's cool as hell.
But nonetheless,
hey Hannah,
all of this hype
thanks for coming.
Gorilla Glue actually tweeted.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing today.
Actually, the best thing I can say about my internet service is that I never have to think about it.
You must have Google Fiber. No intermittent hit and miss. It just seamlessly provides service. Simple as that.
Sign up for Google Fiber today at fiber.google.com.
I keep wanting to play One Piece, but
dude, this is a horrible game.
I keep seeing stuff that I want to watch.
Why is it? I don't have time to research upgrades for.
What is included in their warning label? And I'm going to display it right here. And forgive me for looking at my phone. I don't have this graphic right here, but Gorilla Glue's warning label states the following: do not swallow. Do not get in eyes or skin or on clothing. That is what Gorilla Glue's label says. So essentially the battle is going to be that our potential plaintiff is going to argue that the label does not specifically state not to put it on their hair. And what Gorilla Glue is going to likely say in response is, well, we said don't swallow it, don't put it on your skin, which is likely part of the hair, or your scalp is part of the skin. And also it is unnecessary or unreasonably burdensome for us to put every single potential type of misuse, because then the warning label would be infinitesimally long. I don't even know if that's a word. It would just be a very, very long word.
Yeah, but it actually means
disclaim not to put it in the hair. So that's essentially the very, very base level of what the arguments are going to be. I anticipate. Now, there are a lot of other things that come into account. Where can this lawsuit be filed? Where is Gorilla Glue located? Where are they domiciled? Where is this plaintiff located? What state is she in? Can she sue in her local state court, or will she have to go to federal courts? And then even if you could prove liability, which, full disclosure, you next have to prove damages. You can have the most egregious, negligent.
She can prove. I mean, the damages are there. That's for damn sure. I think this video might have come out before the surgeon
liability and damages.
took her head off, basically.
The liability portions of it. So could she potentially prevail in a liability aspect of this case? To be frank.
Oh, let's here. We'll play the beginning. I'm sure you remember this, but where are we at? Yeah, this was before all the surgeon and stuff. Actually, we'll just.
My money is on no.
Finish this, and then I'll go to her.
Put this case in front of 12 people, because I think 12 regular jurors will just say, hey, listen, it's pretty common knowledge that you shouldn't put Gorilla Glue in their hair. But maybe I'm totally wrong, and I've been wrong before. Even if you could get in front of a jury, the next thing you have to assess is damages and how much this case will be worth. So when assessing damages, you look at what she suffered, what she's gone through, what exactly has happened. And from her videos, the potential plaintiff has been in a state of disarray for over a month. Clearly her hair is affected. The Gorilla Glue has made it very hard. She can't wash it. Whenever she does wash it, nothing really happens. But then we get to what are the consequences of that? Is she in pain? What does the next 3 months look like for her? Does the next year look like for her? What's the remedy to this situation? Can she eventually get the adhesive out of her hair, or will she just have to cut it off? And if she cuts it off, will it just grow back normally? Or is there some sort of permanent hair loss that could occur? You see how it's a huge spectrum of things that I don't really know the answer to, because certainly you would argue that if she just cut it off and she had a to regrow it over the course of the next 1 or 2 years. Yeah, that really sucks. And I know how important hair is, especially for women. But that's not permanent damage. It's a whole other ballgame if you got permanent hair loss or whatever. And it's too soon to know. I don't know. I don't know her. I don't know what's going on with the case. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you kind of have to evaluate the damage portion. But again, it's kind of like putting the cart before the horse. In order to even get to the damage portion of this case, you have to expand on liability.
Oh, come on.
And I quite
You
frankly
really
think
get there.
that this is
Jesus.
a weak liability case. I wish this potential plaintiff the best of luck. I really hope she's able to figure out how to get the Gorilla Glue out of her hair. I can only imagine what an ordeal this has been. And it really sucks that she's
This is how-
not to sound crass, but I would ultimately reject this case. Unfortunately, the only thing civil personal injury lawyers can do is recover money. And we recover the contingency fee, so we get paid if and only if we win. So if somebody comes into my office with a case that I quite frankly think we wouldn't win, why would I take that case? Because I would invest lots of man hours, lots of money in deposition costs, in expert costs, you name it. So I know it's a harsh reality. I know that's not really a happy thing to talk about. Like, no, this is not a case that I would.
That's an old vid. So this is what happened. Fuck TMZ. They will claim me. I know that. Inside Edition. It's a 2-minute clip, man. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. Is this the guy who did it? Oh, Spill? I doubt she'll claim my video.
You could go to Grainger.com to find what you need to get the job done. Grainger, supplies and solutions for every industry.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday! Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get large pizzas for just $12, which makes Tuesday the best
Yeah, that's
day
what I
to
was
bring
saying
home
earlier. I
all
don't know
your
why
favorites.
Hassan was shitting on Ethan for eating frozen
Order
pizzas.
now
I
at
just ate a frozen
PapaMurphys.com.
pizza and it was
First of all,
great.
my prayers
Covered
and
it
my
in
thoughts go out
crushed
to you,
red peppers.
Because however you got yourself into the situation, whatever you're going through, it seems like it's a lot.
The professional in me in this instance will not allow me to even see humor in this just because of the sheer amount of damage that could be done to her skin, her hair, or her health in general.
Why did she think this was okay? I don't know, but I guess desperate times call for desperate measures. It's the fact that it was in her hair for a month. I'm like, girl, what are we doing?
Tessica Brown goes viral for a mistake she made, but after dealing with that absolute nightmare, she is now thankful it might have saved her life. Before I get into the story, I just want to put out a disclaimer. Please do not send any hate to Tessica Brown. Is it movable?
My hair has been like this for about a month now.
Okay, so
It's
this
not
is
much.
what happened.
When I do my hair, I like to, finish it off with a little Dr. B glue spray. Just to keep it in place. Well, I didn't have any more Dr. B glue spray, so I used this Gorilla Glue spray. Bad idea. Yo, look.
Yeah.
My hair, it don't move. You hear what I'm telling you? It don't move. I washed my hair 15 times, and it don't move. Stiff wear. Woo. My hair. So I'm gonna tell you like this: if you ever run out of Dr. B glue spray, don't ever use this.
People were confused as to why she used Gorilla Glue as hairspray. Girl, why would you do that? No! Baby, please, how did you think Gorilla Glue? Ma'am, why would you do that? Some people tried to reassure Tessica. At least it's
Ma'am,
looking
why
good.
would you
At
do
least
that?
You are sleek 24/7. I mean, at least you don't have to do your hair all the time. On February 4th, Tessica uploaded another video showing
But
herself applying
the
hair
problem
products to try
is
to wash out
that
the glue.
her
However, the
hair
product didn't seem to
still
work, leaving
grows,
Tessica frustrated and close to tears.
and that is going to cause a massive infection if it just doesn't have anywhere to grow and has to constantly grow into the skin. Because not only is her hair not allowing it to come straight up
Some
like
commenters
it
offered ideas on how to
should,
unstick
it's
her hair.
like
Soak your head in alcohol
not
and
letting
water.
it
should
go
start to loosen up.
anywhere
Don't make your hair
else
dry
because
as
the
hell,
glue
but I'd
is
rather have dry hair than
covering
glue hair.
her
So I'm hoping you'll see this.
head.
I looked it up and it says to spray the hair with 25% rubbing alcohol and 75% water in a spray bottle. Later that same day,
It
Tessica
does not
uploaded a
say to
TikTok
do
showing off how
that.
many views her original video had received, along with a message for her
That
followers.
is how it
Thanks for you
says
guys'
to try
encouraging
to
words
get
and
it
ideas
off
to get
of
rid of this
something
forever
else.
ponytail. I will
It
test it
doesn't
today when I
say
get off from work,
hair.
and I will keep you guys posted.
No
By
one
the
ever
way, if you
did
see me
that.
walking around with a headscarf or head, just mind your business, LOL. The TikTok was followed by an Instagram post with the same message. On February 5th, Tessica uploaded a TikTok to her Instagram page from dermatologist Dr. Dustin Cortella reacting to her original video.
I feel absolutely awful for this person.
I mean,
she
it
made the
does
decision to
suck.
use
I
Gorilla
do
Glue spray
feel-
in her hair instead of hairspray because she
I do
was
feel
out
bad
thinking
for
maybe it
her.
would last just a little bit longer and she'd still be able to wash it
'Cause
out.
that
But
I mean,
Gorilla
that's
Glue spray
probably
is incredibly durable
painful as
and doesn't wash out
hell.
easily. So what would you do according to a dermatologist? The first thing that you can do is use acetone. Acetone can help to break the bonds of the glue. Acetone is safe to put on the skin. It can be irritating, it can be drying, but trying to break down those bonds, I would go to a professional hair salon and let them help you apply the acetone
That's
and work
what
it
I
through the
would-
hair.
yeah,
You
that's
probably
what
still
I
want to see a
would,
dermatologist just in case you're getting any irritation on the scalp after all of these treatments. There's another product called Goo Gone. That one is not necessarily safe to use on the skin, but if the acetone doesn't work sufficiently, I would go ahead and give that a try. Try to keep it in the hair only, and then see a dermatologist to take care of any irritation on the scalp.
Tessa uploaded
I
another
mean,
video
as
to
you
her
can
TikTok
see,
later that day.
lots of people
The video was a still image of writing which read, "Okay, so I'm about to go to bed. I put coconut and tea tree oil on it and put a plastic on it. I'll update you guys tomorrow. Thanks again for the advice. Keep it coming. Something has to work. Good night, everybody. Epic fail. Help me, please." Many people tried to offer advice. Break the hair open with a fork, then soak it in olive oil. Or get a baby medicine syringe and inject the oil.
Tons of people, and doctors and dermatologists were, because she went super viral. They were all trying to reach out and tell her to do this, that, with advice, but nobody knew exactly quite what to do. And the problem, like I said, is that her haircut is going to keep growing, and it's got nowhere but the skin to grow into. So this is going to probably not only kill a lot of the hair roots. Well, you'll see what happens.
Pour the root and let it soak. Hey love, I'm a registered nurse, and we have removed this glue from hair by applying alcohol on the hair. Don't pour it on your head though. On February 6th, Tessica uploaded a TikTok of her in the ER at St. Bernard Parish Hospital, followed by a short clip of a friend applying substances from the ER to her hair in an attempt to unstick her hair. Tessica also shared an Instagram photo of herself laying on a hospital bed with a nurse tending to her. People were glad to see she was getting help. So glad someone is helping. Hope it's over soon and you're okay. The post made me feel like I'm going through the experience with you. I hope it turns out alright. I'm praying for you. Rapper and actor Chance the Rapper tweeted about the situation. I'm glad MF's actually supporting her through this. When I watched the video the second time, it was hard to laugh because I could tell Shorty genuinely didn't know she had put one of the world's most powerful adhesives in her. I hope she recovers well. Chance's fans shared their feelings on the situation. Some supported Tessica and understood her situation. Bliss agreed. And many people don't realize that there's a super popular edge control called Gorilla Snot, which sounds so similar to Gorilla Glue that she probably just mixed up the names while trying to buy Gorilla Snot for her edges. It's a mix-up anybody could have made. I feel for her so much. Accidents happen. This was a really bad one, and she bravely shared it. That second clip got to me when she applied the shampoo demonstrating how it affected her. Then she got emotional. I hope there's no permanent damage. I'm sure this is a lesson learned for her. Others criticized her,
Gorilla
not believing the
Snot
situation was genuine. Maybe if she had read the warning label on the bottle, she wouldn't be in this mess. Sorry, but I'm having a lot of trouble mustering sympathy for someone who put permanent industrial adhesive in her hair.
Well,
I mean, at least it worked as advertised. She's 40 with kids,
sympathy
has a hairstylist
because
that she
she's
couldn't
in
ask.
a hell
The
of a
glue
lot
gets
of
everywhere. Why
pain
aren't her
and
hands stuck and on her face? She left it in for a month. After a few days, she
I
should have
mean,
known
she
that it was
does have to
stuck.
go
Gorilla
through
Snot doesn't have a spray,
surgery
only
to
a squeeze bottle. On
fix
February
this
7th,
shit.
Tessica uploaded a video to her YouTube channel called Full Update Gorilla Glue Girl Official, giving viewers an update on her situation. In the video, we can see a friend of Tessica's wiping her hair with a solution. The friend said the cotton pieces she used to apply the solution were getting caught in Tessica's hair. She also mentioned they have a water soak nearby to help with Tessica's scalp pain. Her friend continued to apply the solution. Tessica showed signs of obvious discomfort, even wiping her eyes a few times with her sweater and a blanket.
If you call yourself Gorilla Glue Girl and make that your videos what people have to search for to or not what they have to, but when they search Gorilla Glue Girl, it'll be in your video and you're gonna get known as that. And I would have put Gorilla Glue in hair, at least. Maybe Gorilla Glue in hair, girl or woman. Even just in hair, kind of, I feel like lightens it up to where people wouldn't call you Gorilla Glue Girl. Because you don't want to remember that. That's gonna fucking suck. I don't like remembering my surgery.
Her friend asked her multiple times if she's okay, but Tessica hid her face as she tried to deal with the pain. At the end of the video, Tessica can be heard crying as she tried to hide her face while also applying water to her head to soothe the pain. Commenter said Tessica had claimed the name Gorilla Glue Girl. I think it's interesting that she claims she doesn't like the name Gorilla Glue Girl and that she just Tessica, but yet the title of this video? I love the title when it says Gorilla Glue Girl. Some comments weren't very kind towards Tessica. What did you think was going to happen putting some of the strongest glue in your scalp? We all do mistakes in our life, but this lady right here is on another level. That same day, Tessica uploaded a photo to her Instagram of the solution she was given to use. She captioned the photo with, "This is really about to be a long process." The GoFundMe created by Tessica went up on February 7th, and as of the posting of this video, she has raised over $23,000. The next day, February 8th, Gorilla Glue uploaded a statement to their Twitter. "We are..."
You're welcome.
Restore your your gums back to a healthier condition in just 7 days with Crest Advanced Gum Restore. We're very sorry to hear about the unfortunate incident that Miss Brown experienced using our spray adhesive on her hair. We are glad to see in her recent video that Miss Brown has received medical treatment from her local medical facility and wish her the best. On February 8th, TMZ also reported that Tessica was allegedly going to sue Gorilla Glue. According to TMZ sources, Tessica was in the ER for 22 hours, and nurses tried to apply acetone to her head.
It's
However,
Tuesday.
according to TMZ, the acetone only made her scalp burn and made the glue gooey before hardening again.
Oh,
TMZ sources
okay.
told
It's
them
not
Tessica had
live for
hired an
30
attorney and
minutes.
was looking at her legal options
Still at
against
3
Gorilla Glue.
o'clock.
However, this has not been confirmed. Tessica posted on her Instagram, "Hey y'all, I just want to take this time right now to thank everybody that has been praying
It's
for me since
members
day one.
only
Half the people I don't even
content.
know.
Should
swear
I
on
live
everything, I wish I could come to
stream?
everybody
See
one by
you
one and give
next
you a big hug. I've been
Tuesday?
trying to answer all calls, texts, and inboxes, but it's a lot. So right now, I'm sending a virtual huge to everybody. Please continue praying that I can get through this and keep my hair, lol.
Man,
but
why
for real,
can't
I love
I-
and appreciate everybody. Thanks so much. A few people demanded to see pictures of her hair. I demand a pic. Anybody else notice she doesn't post many updates on her condition? Maybe she just doesn't have any answers, but like, can we get updates on the hair? Cool, celebs are giving you shoutouts. But I want to know if your hair is still fused, if you saw any more medical advice or what. Some people believed the situation wasn't real. I feel like this was all planned so she could go viral. Cause you're not gonna tell me she don't have better sense than that. No way. She's not going to update. She's making
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought the same thing when I first saw it. I'm like, this has gotta be fake. Like, this has gotta be fake. Like, she had to put something down, like a bald cap or something, and then a wig, and then Gorilla Glued that. Like, surely nobody would ever do that. Because it doesn't look like she just went. It looks like she went. Like.
making plans for that GoFundMe money.
And I still wonder, did she do it on purpose to go viral? Or even to sue them? Like, wouldn't it be crazy if she had actually done it before? Because that one nurse said, we've put alcohol in people's hair to soften up the Gorilla Glue to get it out before at the emergency room. Like, first off, that couldn't have been a real nurse, because I don't believe they would have said that online to somebody. Said that someone came in here with Gorilla Glue in their hair and we got it out with alcohol, because obviously that's not going to work. Maybe you softened it off to get it off their head so you could cut it, but you didn't get it out of their hair in a fucking way.
Girl, you know why you did that. For clout. How old are you? Common sense? I'm not buying it. People were also surprised to see Tessica now have a verified account. You got verified for gluing your scalp? It's the blue tick for me, not the hair anymore. On February 9th, Tessica was finally able to cut off her ponytail. Her friend applied Goo Gone to the ponytail to soften the hairs so she could cut the ponytail and give Tessica some relief. Tessica's friend said cutting off the ponytail isn't the answer to Tessica's problem, but it might help make her scalp feel a bit better. Tessica posted to Instagram later that day, showing her love for her supporters and announcing she would be seeing a surgeon about her hair. Hey y'all, I know everybody is concerned. I'm receiving texts, phone calls, inboxes, etc. I'm trying to get to everybody, but for everyone that know me knows I'm not that person to break easily. It's just that I have people who doesn't know me judging me. But for everybody that truly has my back, I really, really appreciate it all. I will be leaving tomorrow to go see a surgeon. I will update you guys the second I have news. Again, thank you so much. According to a TMZ article.
Now, I could be wrong, but I thought she sued them. I hope not. I hope I am wrong. As a matter of fact.
Dr. Michael Obang from Los Angeles offered to do the scalp-freeing surgery for free, saving Tessica an estimated $12,500. In an interview with Entertainment Tonight on February 10th, Tessica explained when she went to the hospital for the first time, the nurses just continuously applied acetone to her head, which caused burning on her scalp. After the acetone, they tried many kinds of oils and hair care products in an attempt to loosen Tessica's hair. Tessica explained she didn't want to bring her struggles online. The reason I took it to social media is because I didn't know what else to do, and I know somebody out there could have told me something. She said she regretted posting the original TikTok. I told my son today, I wish I could just, go back, because, yeah, I'm older. I'm over it. Tessica Tessica shared an Instagram photo. However, her supporters were getting frustrated by Tessica's lack of updates and photos of her head. I feel like you're only going to tell us what's going on when you reach 1 million followers. Give us content. She followed up her post with a quick Instagram post clarifying that she would be going to LA. Prayers for traveling grace. On my way to LA to get this glue out of my head, finally. On February 11th, Tessica went in for her surgery with Dr. Obeng. TMZ uploaded footage from Tessica in surgery, showing the surgeons gradually unsticking her hair. Bit by bit, they were able to unstick Tessica's hair. Once her hair was unstuck, Dr. Obeng explained she would have to come back for another checkup and he would give her medicine to help with pain. TMZ also filmed Tessica checking out her newly unstuck hair. Shortly after, TMZ posted a video of Dr. Obeng explaining the process of getting Tessica's hair unstuck. He explained the main component in Gorilla Glue was polyurethane, and he and his team brought in chemicals that were able to dissolve polyurethane. Dr. Obeng said he called Gorilla Glue to ask about possible solutions, but never actually got to speak to them personally. Dr. Obeng then demonstrated
Yeah,
the
they
Gorilla
want
Glue's
to
effect
stay
on
the
hair,
fuck
showing a wig he
away.
had made of real hair that had been tangled with the glue. Dr. Obeng said, "This type of deal is no joke, okay? To have injury to your hair, you have stiffness that pulls your scalp every single day. You can't sleep." And she's just showed me a photograph. She had a ponytail that was like a stick. So imagine having a stick stuck to your head and you're trying to sleep. The many nights that she couldn't sleep,
Yeah.
the anxiety right before surgery. We had to give a medication just to relax. Thanks to Dr. Obeng, Tessica's hair was finally
Nice.
glue-free. On
That
February
looks like
12th,
it was
Tessica
so
posted on her
much
TikTok
better.
that she had merch for sale. The shirts featured pictures of Tessica along with a cartoon version of Tessica with a Gorilla
Lemonade,
Glue.
I
The shirts were
guess.
labeled Bonded for Life in reference to Gorilla Glue. People had a lot to say about Tessica's merchandise. Many criticized her for trying to profit off the situation.
Why?
For the ones working hard so things can keep running.
She went
There's Granger.
viral and then sold merch that she didn't
Take care of your skin, Mike.
go
It's not even
and
that hard.
put
Oh
at
my
gunpoint for anyone to.
No. If you're struggling with
buy.
acne or have skin problems, I highly recommend Curology.
Yeah,
Girl,
great
no, we're not doing
thanks.
this. Just no. You have got to be kidding me. Girl, merch? How about write a book on how important reading is? We was rooting for you.
Oh!
Now you selling merch? How about you donate your 20K to a charity that donates wigs to chemo patients who actually
What?
lost hair?
Why are
Some said
people
they were unfollowing her now
tripping?
that the glue had been removed. Couldn't even come back with a TikTok update of your hair for those who were
Jeez.
genuinely concerned and donated. It's the audacity for me. She got the glue out. We can leave now. On February 13th, Tessica announced she was going to be donating $20,000 from her GoFundMe to the Restore Foundation, a foundation for reconstructive surgery. The Restore Foundation is a nonprofit created by Dr. Michael Obeng, the surgeon who did Tessica's surgery.
Now
Tessica
that's
also shared
that's
an
pretty
Instagram post
fucking
explaining
awesome
the
that
remainder
he
of her
did
GoFundMe money
that.
would go to some local
I wonder
families.
if he
With the
did
remainder
the
of the money, I will
surgery
be
for
blessing 3 local
free.
families. Thanks for all the support. Love you guys so much.
And she
Thank
did
you. She then
that,
shared a
and
photo
it-
with Dr. Obeng with the caption, "Words cannot even explain how I feel about Dr. Michael K. Obeng. You really gave me my life back and I am forever grateful." Dr. Obeng responded, "You're amazing. I'm glad I could be of service." On February 16th, TMZ posted an article claiming that Tessica was threatening to sue a blogger who said she was making up the drama about getting Gorilla Glue in her hair. The blogger
that
accused
what it
Tessica of not
was?
actually spraying glue into her hair and said she was just trying to get money. Tessica's lawyer confirmed the story wasn't fabricated, and Tessica had indeed sprayed
no.
Gorilla Glue on her hair. Her
Yeah.
legal representation sent a cease and desist notice to the blogger. On February 17th, Tessica shared an Instagram photo with a new hairstyle. In the caption, she wrote, "I am not my hair. Shout out to SupaD0223 over at Below Zero for my new cut. If you're comfortable with your hair, let's see those pictures. Also wanted you guys to know I love y'all so much. The good outweighed the bad, and I am forever grateful. Many people liked her new hair. Nothing wrong with starting over. It'll grow back, or you can rock it short. I am so happy for you. The cut is cute. You can slay so many short styles.
Yeah,
So glad you're
and-
back. You're just as beautiful with this style as you were with the ponytail." Unfortunately, things didn't end here with Gorilla Glue. Many people tested out the glue, and for some, it didn't end well. A man from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, didn't believe Tessica was serious about her situation and decided to try Gorilla Glue for himself. Len Martin posted on Facebook, trying to prove Gorilla Glue was not as strong as everyone believed. He showed himself lining the rim of a red Solo cup with the adhesive before sticking the cup to his lips. Unfortunately, the Gorilla Glue proved to be just as strong as Tessica claimed, and Len found himself taking a trip to the ER. Len told the New York Post, "I thought I could lick it off, kind of to moisten it and pull it right off, but that didn't work. This is definitely not one to try. Let's just stop this now. It's very harmful." Len shared photos of
What
himself in the hospital with the cup
fucking-
stuck to his face. Twitter users were confused by Len's actions. The warning label on Gorilla Glue is getting longer by the day. Can't cure stupidity. Anyone who does this should be turned away by the ER. Another TikTok user, Bonnie Reyes, also put Gorilla Glue in her hair. She posted a video of herself trying to comb her hair with the glue stuck in it.
You guys, my hair will not comb.
If I was the
Yo, I
surgeon,
betrayed
Avani also posted a video of herself in the hospital waiting for the nurses.
honestly, they kind of deserve
And I'm
it.
waiting for one of the nurses to come. They don't really know what to do.
I mean, I honestly think the first person kind of deserves it. But did they think they were gonna go abuse the hospital's time and the surgeon's time for this stupid shit? After they already knew what was gonna happen? Oh, girl, I need to go to the hospital and sell merch and sue people.
Joe, they're confused. They don't know. My scalp is burning, so I hope they figure something.
People
I guess
believe
one
that Avani
had
was
to
doing
have
this for clout,
been
not you
fake.
wasting the nurses and doctors' time during COVID. It's your fault doing this stuff for clout. It's no one else's problem but yours. Bruh, at this point, y'all just doing this to get money, and it's not cute. While dealing with her Gorilla Glue situation, Avani posted she'd been receiving donations to her GoFundMe, including one donation as big as $3,000.
I also just want to thank this person so much for donating $3,000. I definitely see the
right.
money. Thank you
It's
so much for my Gorilla Glue
fake and
situation.
you're laundering
You guys
money.
know it's definitely been a journey with this freaking Gorilla Glue. It's been crazy, so thank you so much.
A few days after posting about being in the hospital, Avani posted a TikTok showing that she had gotten the Gorilla Glue out of her hair.
Hey guys, what's up? I just wanted to come on here really quick and just let you guys know that I did get the Gorilla Glue out of my
Like,
hair.
it
You guys
has
know I've
to
been dealing
all
with
be
my
a
Gorilla Glue
parody.
situation.
That
I just want to
can't
thank this
be
product
real.
right here for helping the Gorilla Glue get out, and thank you guys so
After she got the glue out, her followers wondered if she would be returning the money from GoFundMe. However, no evidence of the GoFundMe exists, and the person who had claimed they had donated $3,000 posted to their account that it had been a joke and that no money had been exchanged. I didn't give her money. It was all a joke, and she knew that too. But you guys have no right to call me all these names. You don't know what goes on between closed doors. Please stop. In the same TikTok, Avani said the GoFundMe was a prank.
It wasn't
Okay,
real. She
maybe
never
I
donated me $3,000.
shouldn't-
Again, I'm not a scammer. Nobody gave me money.
It's unclear whether Avani's situation is real, and that's not all.
Okay,
The YouTuber
so
named
they're
December
admitting
Reed
it's
uploaded a video
it's
on February
fake.
10th trying
We
to
don't need to watch a whole bunch of other people do it. The same stupid shit, copycat shit. So I guess it wasn't Gorilla Glue that she sued. It was someone that said she was faking. I mean, the first girl really did do it, or it seems like she did. Oh, that's the highlights. How long is? Okay, that's too long. It starts. Well, they're always late. First ever surgery?
The year one of
What'd you
medical
do?
school, at the age of 18, you're introduced to
On a live
cadavers,
patient.
dead bodies that are pickled in formaldehyde, preservative juice, and it stinks. And you're looking at these dead bodies. To have like 1 or 2 anatomy lessons a week. Right from year 1, year 2, year 3, I'm doing anatomy. So I'm seeing everything. We're cutting open someone's abdomen. We're breaking open someone's chest. We're looking at the nerves in someone's arm or in their legs. We're looking at their brain and dissecting it. So we're doing all of that from day 1. And then the biggest shock for me is when I was a 50-year medical student, I was assisting a surgeon for a surgery on a real patient. As soon as he made the cut, he hit like a little blood vessel, and that blood squirted into my eye. It was a warm feeling. All right, this is no dead body. This is real. I am now, whoa. The year 1 of medical school, at the age of 18, you're introduced to cadavers, dead bodies that are pickled in formaldehyde, preservative juice, and it stinks. And you're looking at these dead bodies. To have like 1 or 2 anatomy lessons a week. Right from year 1, year 2, year 3, I'm doing anatomy. So I'm seeing everything. We're cutting open someone's abdomen. We're breaking open someone's chest. We're looking at the nerve.
We don't need to talk about it going in his eye again. That's... I would flip out. I would not leave the eye wash station for a year. I don't know. Speaking of Gorilla Glue, wait, what? Oh. What? What roulette clips?
And if all goes well...
Oh, cup.
Oh! Oh! Ta-da! I originally recorded this for my friends at The Tonight Show, and in fact, they later had me out on The Tonight Show to perform this exact bit. And if all goes well... You fool! The knife roulette routine is haunting. There's lots of tension and awesome music, and eventually, of course, I smash all of the cups except for the one with the big fat knife in it. But I thought it would be fun to turn everything upside down. If you got eagle eyes, you may notice that I actually flash the blade on the back of my right hand early in the routine, and then when I slam it down, of course, it just pops up. By the way, that was nothing but cardboard wrapped in aluminum foil with a little bit of ketchup. I recorded it in 2006, I posted it in 2008, and if all goes well... Oh! Oh! Ta-da! I originally
Okay,
recorded this for
okay.
my friends at the Tonight Show, and
I love that. It's fucking hilarious. He's got a good, honestly, Scam Nation has a pretty good fucking channel. I haven't been watching him for a long time. Let's see. I'll watch Cinnamon Toast Kitten. Wait, what are they watching? What? No. That seems fucking... I don't wanna... Do they not have, a TLC show? Is this just like some Reddit shit they're reacting to?
Dr. Trauma, if a loved one refuses help for their addiction, what can you do to support them?
This is a place where many of us, many families find ourselves.
Yeah, I wonder what...
So you have a loved one, let's say, who's
his
got
advice
severe
is.
alcoholism, and you know this is occurring. You know that potentially death and liver
Oh,
failure
shit.
await.
The
It's
chat.
so obvious, but they refuse treatment. What do? How do you help them? Well, they are vulnerable. They are lost. It's not going to help them to yell and scream at them. You are there for them once you've established your thoughts that you believe that they may be in imminent harm. You listen to them, you hear them, you ask questions, like open-ended questions, like, where do you want to be in your life? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And you kind of meet them where they're at and help lead them along the path to self-discovery. I think that's probably the most helpful. You don't buy alcohol for them, you don't enable them, you don't cover up for them so it makes their alcoholism easier. That's certainly not something that you need to do. I think the most effective thing would be to get...
Dr. Trauma, if a loved one refuses help for their addiction,
The most effective thing would
This is a
be
place
get...
where many of
and
us,
then he
many
just
families
stops.
find ourselves. So you have a loved one.
I don't know, our channel just doesn't seem to be as on point lately. Like, those questions seem to be more and more recurring. I guess you can only do so many if you gotta produce all these shorts. I don't know what the hell that was about, but it was a good animation. Yeah, I was like, he made a short? It's only 44 seconds. Oh yeah. In 10 minutes. 8 minutes. 7:30. I want to play One Piece. I'll play One Piece for a bit. Well, actually... What was... Oh. Why? Oh, it's frozen. But it's still up, okay. The new BTS was okay. His videos are usually long, it's 20 minutes. What the hell is this? On Animal Logic? Why is this on there?
It's hard to believe that Mint Mobile can be good at just $15 a month. So, as Mint's new owner, I brought in
big
one of our
ass
first
poppy flowers fucking being harvested. Oop, I got more than that. Trigger warning. Sorry.
But its milk is at the heart of one of today's major health crises. This is the opium poppy.
Smoking it.
Hey, I'm Tasha the Amazon, and you're watching Flora Logic. Papaver somniferum, otherwise known as the opium poppy or breadseed poppy, is as essential for humanity as it is deadly.
The opium poppy is a self-pollinating annual that grows to be up to 1.5 meters tall. It belongs to the Papaveraceae family, a group of over 800 flowering plant species spread over 44 genera, most of which are herbaceous, but with a few woody shrubs and some small tropical trees mixed in, to keep it interesting. Most species of this family are popular garden flowers with beautiful blooms, ranging from white to pink and red to orange or purple and yellow. The tiny seeds of these plants share a common dispersal method. They are shaken out by the wind through holes in the top of their dried seed capsules.
Yeah, they make
People have been
tons
purposely
of
planting
seeds.
poppies for a very, very
And that's
long time.
why their
Since
seeds
even before
can,
recorded history,
they get
humans have known
rubbed
the power
up
of a
all
poppy.
on the sides of
There
the
is plenty of
plant
evidence of opium
from
poppy
harvesting
cultivation all
them,
over
and
Europe, the Mediterranean, and
that
West Asia as
can,
far back as 6000 BCE
even though
during the
you
Neolithic era.
usually wait, you
This
dry them
abundance
to
of
collect the
evidence
seeds,
actually
but
makes it harder
anyway,
to
it
pinpoint
doesn't
the
matter.
exact
They do
location of first
fucking
cultivation.
cause you to
But
fail you
scientists
ways.
believe
It's
that the
happened
opium
to me.
poppy is native to the Anatolian Peninsula, or Mesopotamia, which is now modern-day Turkey, Iraq, and Kuwait.
And I know
the seeds were
100%
just
because we
used as a
sent
food
the
source,
test to
but
the
around
lab,
1500 BCE,
and it
the ancient Greeks
specifically
made note
said
of the
opiates.
drowsing
So the
effect of
only
this
thing I
plant.
could have
Somniferum,
done
in fact,
would have
means
been
sleep-bringing in Latin.
The
codeine,
poppy family is lactiferous.
opium,
This may sound like a way of saying
or
awesomely
morphine
milky,
or
but
heroin.
lactiferous actually means that they produce
Because
natural
morphine is,
latex. This
or
latex is
heroin
either
is
clear, colored, or white and milky, like the latex
made
of the
from
opium poppy.
morphine,
Plant latex is a sap
which is
that's
in
stored in
that.
tube-like network structure called lenticifer, made
We
up
used
of
to
highly
get
specialized
those.
cells
Yeah, I'm
all
not
over the
going
plant,
to talk
except
about
in
that.
the
I've
seeds.
talked about that before.
When lacerated, the lenticifer leaks latex. How's that for some alluring alliteration?
The
See, it
compounds
can
in the
just
latex
happen
act as a natural defense
naturally.
against microbes
But
and
if they
insects.
catch you
Drugs
with
heroin,
that,
morphine, and codeine are also
they
derived from
can.
this latex.
You can grow
Both
it, you
the
just
food
can't
and
harvest
pharmaceutical
it.
industries harvest their wares from the same part of the plant, the seed capsule.
For
Which
the
doesn't
opioid,
make
the latex
sense,
is
but-
harvested 5 to 10 days after the petals have fallen off, while it's still unripe. Timing is everything. If harvested too early, the latex is watery, and too late, and it starts to lose its potency. Once dried, the latex turns from milky white to deep brown, and it's about 10% morphine. It's this latex that
that's
is the
all just
basis for a
natural.
host of opioid
They're
drugs.
not cut it. They did show one
Left to
picture of the
fully
guy
mature,
doing
the plant
it,
forms
but
poppy seeds inside
I don't
the
know why
capsules, which can
they
be
do it like
harvested for
this.
yummy,
instead of
yummy
this.
snacks.
Since the seeds form after the latex, it was thought that poppy seeds do not contain any opioid alkaloids. That was until the late 70s when it was discovered you could fail a drug urine test after consuming poppy seed bread.
It turns
Dude,
out
I
that while
ate
poppy
like
seeds
4
themselves
poppy seed
don't contain
muffins,
opiates, they become contaminated with morphine.
and I
so
thought
the
it was just because
capsules
I ate
become
like a
harder.
shitload of
Most opioids
because
are
I ate
removed
like
during
4 of the
processing,
muffins,
but some always remain.
and
Convicts on parole are sometimes
it
encouraged to avoid poppy seeds altogether to
doesn't
prevent false positive drug tests.
Traces of opioids from poppy seeds can remain in your pee for
even
48
yeah,
hours or
just
more.
eating
So if you're
a
having a drug
bun that
test,
was
you
on
might wanna
a
skip that poppy seed
sandwich
bed.
that
Dried poppy
I
latex
made. I
contains
didn't
two
see. I
kinds of
made
opium
it.
alkaloids.
There was
One
so
type that
little
includes
poppy seeds on
morphine,
it. I didn't
codeine, and
notice
tobang, acts on the central nervous
until
system.
I had
These
already
alkaloids
taken
are
a couple
powerful
bites, and I'm like, dude, there's
narcotics,
hardly
and are
any
what
on
make
here.
opium
Like
so
maybe a
dangerously
gram of
addictive.
poppy seeds.
The other kind, which includes papaverine and noscapine, are antispasmodic, working to relax smooth muscles, which are the ones that can't be controlled by conscious thought, like those in the digestive system.
Poppy products like morphine and codeine are essential in hospitals for pain relief.
And actually,
But you
more
know that poppy
codeine
seeds
turns
themselves
into
are also used
morphine
in medicine.
after going
The
through your
poppy seed
liver
test checks if
and
there is
something
an
else,
abnormal
and
connection
then,
between the colon and the bladder.
well,
The patient is fed
morphine
poppy
and
seeds
something
and are
else
then
after
checked
going
for the
through
next
your
2
liver.
days to see if one pops up in their pee.
Who knew there was more than one way for poppy seeds to show up in your urine?
You're
While
not gonna
useful
get
in
high
medicine,
off
the
of
darker
it.
side
You're
of the
not
opium
gonna-
poppy is, of course, the illicit drug heroin.
No, it is
In
no
1898,
chance.
it was discovered that morphine treated with the chemical compound acetic anhydride would yield heroin, a drug that is 4 to 8 times more potent than morphine, and that much more addictive.
They didn't say it.
Synthetic
It's
opioids that mimic the
diacetylmorphine.
effect of heroin, like methadone and Demerol, were developed in the 1930s.
These opioids hijack the receptors in the brain that suppress pain and enhance mood, giving users the highly addictive feeling of bliss.
If too much is consumed, in the case of an overdose, the receptors are flooded and block the brain from completing essential functions like breathing. That is why opioids are so deadly and have turned into such a major health crisis today.
For instance, black opium, though sometimes injected, is usually smoked. 5 or 6 puffs. A dream world beckons. Reality is left behind.
They're sometimes
But
injected.
problems aren't
See, that's basically what black
Delicious,
tar heroin
decorative,
is.
and dangerous. Poppies are truly the triple threat of the plant world. So what should we talk about next? Drop me a suggestion in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for new episodes every Friday.
That's crazy. That it was on this channel. Well, no, they do stuff on other plants. I mean, there's nothing, and they're not wrong. This plant is dangerously addictive. Some people don't have a certain enzyme in their liver, and they can't process codeine into morphine, so some people can't take it. And some people, that's like all they can take. Because they're super, super sensitive to opioids. Oh yeah, I wanted to watch this one and I didn't.
My father's a physicist.
I got
He's always just
claimed
been
watching
thinking,
SciShow
why are engines
once.
so inefficient? We use engine.
This SciShow video is brought to you by Fetch. Fetch is a free app for earning rewards on anything you buy. Download the app and use the code SciShow to get 5,000 points when you scan your first receipt. Humans like to think of ourselves as special. We point to how smart we are, how many wrinkles our brains have, and our unique brain regions to show just how different we are from animals. And other animals' brains? Totally an insult. Calling someone a bird brain is the height of wit. Probably. But it's long past time to retire that one. Because studying bird brains isn't just showing us how smart birds can be, it's challenging old ideas of how smartness evolves in the first place, as well as just how unique humans really are. Various human cultures have observed the smartness of corvids, birds like crows, ravens, and jays, for a long time. It's just taken science a little bit to catch up. It's hard to test the intelligence of animals that can't communicate with humans, so we have to interpret their behavior to get a sense of what's going on in there. One of those is tool use. Scientists define tool use in terms of using an external object to physically interact with something and change it in some.
McDonald's and got food for everybody. And what
Oh
happened?
yeah, that
Like
was fucking weird.
Everyone took what they wanted.
That was a good episode.
I ate 2 quarter pounders.
And it was a funny bit.
cheeseburger,
It was a
and a
funny
large fry.
fucking bit.
Now that's just fucking disgusting.
Alright guys, thanks for coming by, I appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and get off. I don't wanna stream his membership stuff. I don't know, I feel kinda bad.